should
Can you
be.
hear me?
Yep.
Hey.
Well, he may have had cell signals, probably what it was.
All right, we are starting, guys.
Sure. But you can
All
just
right.
connect to Google Chats on cell. So.
Welcome. Welcome to another Old Ways of Spero. I am Benito.
Hang on, I can't hear you yet.
I will go through the cast. We got to have a couple people that are going to be late. Steph has already told me she's going to be a little bit late. She's got some work things still going on, some real life. And my brother is dealing with real world where power is knocking out his internet. So he's going to try to be back up as soon as he can. I'll go through, introduce the player, and then he'll tell you who he's playing, and we'll get through this as quickly as we can. So, Art.
I am playing Ashton Greystoke, Priest of Cross, and someone who's probably in over his head.
And Nate.
Nate is muted.
Hello.
Nate is talking to him. There he is. He's talking to himself like every other bard.
Yeah. No, I have a new mic, and it has this other mute button. I have to remember it's there. My name is Nate. I play Ian Spire, also known as the Lazy Bard, the Ex-Con, the Wiggly Finger Killer, the voice of the Raven Queen.
All right. Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I am playing. Yeah, none of us could talk. I am not laying Carowin. I am playing Carowin, Lady Carowin Cadell of House Dufry, and I think I'm also in. I think I'm treading water on my dippy toes right now. We'll see what happens.
Well, with that, I have to definitely follow with Lewanika.
If he can hear us, he said he couldn't hear us a minute ago.
Oh, is he out?
Yeah, I think he's got audio issues right now. Audio and
Okay.
auditory and audio.
I love the pro having issues. All right, Matt.
Hi, I'm Matthew from Lost Tribe Gaming. So I play Peregrine, one of the members of the Circle of Roses, one of the last leading Circle of Roses mages from the city of Greyheim.
All right, Tyler.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler. I'm playing Tyros Roanoke, possible cocoon conspirator.
I love how we can continue to add titles. And Jeremy.
Jeremy, I play Yadro, champion of the Raven Queen, town tailor, and potentially soon to be most transformed.
Yeah. Speaking of out of the cocoon, my brother Rico will be hopefully joining us. He's playing Threndor, our elven colleague of Sapphire, and Stephanie will come back with our lovable and always loved, but yet dangerous rogue of the Cadell family. A lot pretty much still happening. Our party has finally split up. Ash is leading a group into Kaskoroth to recruit the wizards to be able to find the hidden chambers and cities to create the domes that Sapphire helped conceive, and Crystal Blue is going to help teach to the wizards to protect the entire realms. As when the last of the Zodiacs arrive, that is the full plan for that. Yet the other Zodiac has not quite yet arrived, so we're still feeling sort of safe. But yet, as we feel safe to that, the world has not been waiting around. King Azerian has gone around, and he's destroyed Greyheim, and half our party has learned that Christenheim has also fallen. Yet, his danger seems to be because Breckenvale came to Threndor, offering an alliance-ship after warring with the party for several episodes into this, and let's put a lot on the table. Meanwhile, our lovable great tailor went off with our mostly loves to get into trouble druid and came back to the town without him when Carolyn asked, and then they wanted to know. They went out looking for Yajiro and instead found a cocoon. So that is where we sort of left it off. You guys can kind of talk amongst yourself in a minute. I'm going to try to find out what everyone's noting about.
Lee, can you hear us now?
I could hear you all along.
There he is.
Well, ish. I could see you. I just was, I was still trying to get everything turned on. That's all. I
No
apologize
worries.
for my delay.
Well, you can say hi while I'm looking at everything.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lee Manika of Tabletop Journeys. I apologize for my delay. I was running an in-person event downtown in my local town and just getting home just in time to pick up my bow and my rapier and defend our fair town.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So, Lady Carolyn and jeez, now I'm Tyros.
So we actually are standing there looking at a cocoon, right? If memory serves, we're in the woods
Yes.
somewhere looking at a cocoon. And it's just the two of us with cocoon.
Correct. And it does look like a humanoid
Shape.
is in there.
And I
That
think
sounds-
didn't we attempt possibly to see if we should try cutting this thing down last time and we're kind of warned off? I seem to remember that.
That sounds great.
Sure.
Like I think some ravens were like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was because my first instinct was like, did we cut him down? So I think you're right. I feel like we did do that. I don't know why I can't remember for sure.
Tyros, the cocoon feels like it's pulsing now, like heavier. It's heating up. You're sort of drawn to it.
All right, I'm gonna walk up and put my hands on it and my ear on it and try to listen.
As you put your hands on it, radiates now like it starts reddish and then immediately goes into a purple, and then you hear the shell outside cracking.
Oh,
It begins to split and open, and a body just kind of falls into your arms.
I catch in my hands and
it's a drow.
What?
Tyros, what's
Jeremy, you are now awake.
tell me he's clothed.
He is clothed.
Oh, good, because knowing Jeremy, he wouldn't have been. He would have been born of this thing naked.
Of course.
Tyros, why are you holding me?
Yajiro?
I don't know how you come to that conclusion right away. I'm
Well,
drawing.
I mean,
I'm drawing my. You're the last person to see him go into this. Did Tyros actually see him become cocooned, or did he assume that it was him in there?
He didn't remember even doing it.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
that's right.
stupid.
I'm
an
drawing
old
my sword.
druid.
I don't
I'm
know
an
who.
old deductive druid. Lady Carolyn,
I will say,
I'm almost sure this is Yajiro. We should ask him
Oh.
some questions only Yajiro would know.
How is
both
this
of you give
Yujiro?
me a perception check first.
Oh, I've got +6. Oh, but I rolled 7.
I don't know why the
21.
two of you are arguing about who I am.
21.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft to create a puddle on the ground so he can see his reflection.
Oh, nice. I like that. That's good. Okay. You start to do a quick little puddle spell. Carolyn, you notice that everything about Yujiro, his normal garb, what he always wears in town, in Tyler, that's what he left with. The drow is wearing it, and he does sound pretty much like the Yujiro you know. The only thing is different is he's got a lot more sharper features and black skin with white hair.
Oh, he changed his background.
Okay. Given all of this, though, this is, I mean, I've seen a lot of, I've seen a thing or two because I've done a thing or two, but this is not something I would think that I would necessarily right off the bat go, oh, buddy, because people don't change their skin.
Correct, but you can give me a insight, and you can do it at
I
advantage.
would say I would love to do something to either really not trust him or really be okay with this. And I don't know how at advantage. Good, because the one of the dies of one. You said insight.
Yes.
That's a 16.
There's something about the ravens that are in the area that are just giving you a feeling that a reality twist with the Jiro truthfully has happened. And you haven't seen skin changes, but you've seen statues appear in your town out of nothing. Especially when it comes to the raven.
I will look down at this puddle that Tyros has created. Is that me?
That's you. Now, out of character here, would I know what a drow is from having old books from my parents or anything?
Yes. Old books will tell you that drow are typically the baddest of the bad on Alanis.
So if memory serves me correctly, Ajiro, I think you've transformed into a drow.
A drow?
Almost like myself, but generally they're more, you know,
My sword is still in my hand. More. What does that mean, Tyros? I'll sheath my sword.
You know, my parents always said to stay away from drow. They're dangerous and evil. You know, if one came across your path, to turn the other direction. You know this, but to be turned into one is not anything I've ever seen.
Like, and you've never seen a drow. No, none of you guys have ever seen a dark elf.
Yeah.
What did you do to him?
I didn't do this. I think this is something of the Raven Queen's doing.
You said you don't remember what happened. You may have done something. Come here. Something's wrong with Yujiro. What did you do?
Both of us.
How drunk were you? Did you find some sort of mushrooms?
We had a moment with the Raven Queen. We both went out and
that's a moment. That's a hell of a moment.
This is a moment for sure. I got this armor and Yujiro got that.
I got this.
I got that.
Transformed into one of you, but not even one of you?
Like an evil elf.
I don't recall myself being evil.
You don't have to be evil.
Well, that's good to know, because I don't think I went out here into the woods being evil.
Is he actually black-skinned or is he purple-skinned?
He's black-skinned.
That's
artistic talent to make elves visible on mediums of painting.
Yeah,
because making them just pitch black doesn't read very well.
I'm gonna take his hand and I'm like feeling his skin, because to me black skin means necrotic. You know, like I want to make sure, I'm feeling, make sure he feels healthy. That feels like healthy skin.
Give me another insight check.
What was my insight? That is a 17.
I'm like sitting here poking the top of my ears, like
you're fingering your ear.
Kerwin, he everything feels about him would be that you know of him. He's definitely a dark elf, a drow. Everything seems to be the component of him. The one thing I will say, as you really kind of like touch his skin, there is a power about him that you guys are sensing. And Tiros, you're starting to kind of get a sense out of this as well, that there's a radiance of greatness about him.
It feels powerful.
And Tiros, as you look, like this is very much like you feel like a divinity aura circuit, like that is his manifestation. You know he has a bit of it as a paladin, but you're really sensing like there's power that was a part of this, and it hasn't gone away with the transformation of his body.
That much I don't know. He
You
feels
just
normal.
know
He
that
feels normal.
it feels great and important to you. But you don't really sense anything more than that beyond, again, like the calming effect when he puts on his paladin aura.
Yajiro, remind me. I'm sorry, not Yajiro. Tiros, remind me. I'm not going in the woods with you alone ever. Just get that off the table. I don't even know how we're going to bring him back. And I mean to town, not bring him back to what he was.
Yeah, people are going to have thoughts on this.
Thoughts.
Do you think people will not accept me for my new form? I'm still who I am.
Yes. I think the problem is going to be that I'm going to jerk his shirt a little bit and go, "This is Yajaro." On your face a little. This is not Yajaro. And so, yeah, I think initially people looking at you, so I sure as hell, I mean, I traveled a little bit before I came back and all this shit started happening. Yeah, I think people are going to look at you and go, "What the fuck?" and probably shoot first, ask questions later.
Distinct possibility.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
Mshali, one of the foxes comes up to you and says, all hands on deck. Commander Simeon has asked everyone to be in the all the officers definitely to be in the come to the estate of the Raven Estate House.
Then I'll go.
As you go there, Commander DeFry is there, and he tells you, "Do you know where my cousin is?"
I assume he's talking about Carolyn, correct?
Yes.
And does Charlie know where Carolyn went?
Nope.
I do not.
I need you to track her. You need to get her back here. There's something going on, like tunnel networks like that happened before are happening again in the Raven Estate.
Then we'll go.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Yes. That's 23.
Nice. It doesn't take you long to find fresh tracks that kind of lead out, and you're on the move pretty quickly. Jiro, you feel a stronger connection to Welshire, like instantly.
do I? So since I've taken on a completely different form, do I still have that tattoo on my hand?
You do.
Okay. So at least there's another notifying marker.
That's
Is
true.
it doing anything?
It is not.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And as you are debating, all of a sudden, Mshali shows up.
Greetings,
Um,
Shelley.
Before I hear that, I just want to ask this question: are we starting with having had a long rest? So Shali has heroic inspiration.
Yes.
Excellent.
Now he put 7 arrows into him.
Don't forget, all you humans start your fresh day with a heroic inspiration.
That's why I was
All
asking. I
you
wasn't sure.
humans now.
Yeah, all you dirty round ears.
Oh my goodness.
Jeremy is happy now.
Shali immediately draws an arrow and holds it fast, ready to action. If he does anything that I find squirrely, I wish to shoot.
Yeah, but you are confused. Everything that you see in front of you is Yajiro's attire, but this dark elf has his clothes.
What have you done with my friend?
Which friend are you talking about?
I'll stand just in front and put my
Okay.
hand out placatingly.
Ben, Hunter's
Yeah.
mark.
Shali,
I'm
I
curious.
don't.
Shelley, which friend are you talking about? Because
Where's
I'm here,
Yajiro?
Erwin's here.
And why do you speak with his voice?
I am Yajiro.
Yajiro, hang on. Shali. Through some weird, I don't know, Tyros and Yajiro went off in the woods by themselves. Yajiro got this. I don't understand it all entirely. I feel something like the Raven Queen on him. I think this is Yajiro, but I don't know how. I don't know why. Don't go in the woods with Tyros alone. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I look at Tyros with violent anger.
This wasn't me. I got this armor. He got turned into a drow. We both had a moment with the Raven Queen. I think this was her.
I think you need to define that a little bit more.
What does the armor look like?
I had a moment with the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
Right.
We were minding our own business. We were driving along, and all of a sudden,
Yes,
we were
Nathan.
blacked out, knocked out, in with the Raven Queen. If I had to guess, she asked us each for something.
What would that have been, Tyros?
Well, the Raven Queen, she works in mysterious ways, so I wouldn't have even remembered what she asked for.
Clarify the
would have taken
mystery.
it. Yeah, she would have taken it from me, and I would have forgotten I ever even had it, whatever it was.
We've watched one of our numbers cross the Raven Queen already in recent time. Yajiro, what could you have done if you are Yajiro to have angered her?
I don't think this is out of anger. I think this is out of, at least not anger for me. This seems like a blessing. I'm just not exactly sure how yet.
To make you the face of my enemy?
Am I your enemy? Have you ever seen one of me before? I've never seen one of me before.
I know what they are. They are the ones that hold my parents. Ben, I would like to do an insight check to see if I can sense it's truly him.
Sure. I would give you advantage.
Okay, 18 on the first roll, and 18 on the second roll.
Yeah, everything that you know about Yujiro, his demeanor, the way he holds himself, his verbiage, the way he speaks, all things.
Arrogance.
Arrogance, like he's telling you to go fuck yourself feels very much like Yajiro, although I don't know, maybe that was dark elf quality in the place. I don't know.
I withdraw my drawn bow, the arrow back in its scabbard. I walk over to Yajiro and I give him the warmest possible hug to show confidence to everyone. If any NPCs are around, if anybody would doubt that he should be trusted, my hug will persuade them that he is our friend and he should be trusted.
It's just the four of you.
I'll accept the embrace, obviously, of a long
in your
friend.
ear, I will say, we have debated, we have argued, but never doubt that we are friends. And unless you tell me that has changed, it never will.
And I will embrace him back to reaffirm that that is mutual bond.
And I'll turn and look. Face of my enemy does not mean my enemy. Whatever caused this change, I may not like it per se, but I love my brother. From children, we were friends. As adults and warriors, we remain bonded. And he'll reach down and he'll pick up some dirt and he'll rub it in his hands. And he will say words in the words of his native language, which I don't think anybody speaks, but it will basically be druidcraft, and it will be a seed that grows from the dirt and forms an oak. And he digs a small hole and puts it there and waters it from his canteen, and he like off the trail, so it's not going to be damaged. And he just says, "For us, my friend."
I appreciate it.
Heroes. Can we not do this to our people without some kind of warning?
Well, this wasn't my choice. I didn't have any involvement. We found him like this, just like I found myself with my armor.
Well, lady, I am confused by your message. Your family needs you back home. He forgets his message. Do you speak of my friend here, or
we need to leave? There's something happening. It may be the circles. Your cousin has called for you. I have tarried longer than I probably should have. You should hurry.
It does seem like we should hurry.
Yajiro?
Okay.
Or actually, Carolyn, do you have any marking that would mark him as one of yours?
I'm still wearing the town tabard that I made.
Yeah. I think you need her mark.
I have been carrying both of these things, even though I received the green blade of House Defry, I have also still been carrying my house sword. I will take that belt, take it off of the belt in its scabbard still, and I'll say, just hold this in front of you as we walk back to town. Maybe. That's the best I've really got, honestly.
And Sally will take the feather of one of his arrows, and he will put it. Did you ever wear a hat?
No.
Then he will put it behind his ear, something that if we are walking in and the foxes see him, should signify to the foxes that do not shoot him. He's with me. Yajiro, stay very close to me. Don't do anything threatening until we've had a chance to clear it with everybody else. But I've got you. We should hurry.
Understood. I'd really prefer not to die by my own town today.
Carolyn, give me a what I want to use here. I guess up to you. either intimidation because you don't want to fuck with shit, or persuasion, just like that everything is safe and you have everything in control. It really is up to you.
Oh, as we approach town. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I assist her since I'm amazing at intimidation?
If she uses intimidation, yes. If she doesn't, no.
I was gonna use persuasion because I'm really freaking good at that, even though I haven't really advertised it.
I mean, I'm really good at that too. So could I assist on that?
Okay, you have advantage then.
I'll roll this one just to see what it does. That was a little bit better though. 22 then.
Everyone is really like, they're more confused than they are like hostile. Like they're like, something weird again. Like they kind of know you guys are weird anyways. So they're just kind of accepting it now, even though they're like, there's something wrong with you, Jiro. That's pretty much what you get here whispers as, or he's dressing up as something. Like there's all sorts of, there's a lot of conspiracy theory going on as you guys make your way to town.
I mean, so far, every time we go out into the woods, we come back with something new. An elf, a centaur, a rabbit, something.
Yeah. Like you guys are a weird group.
A weird guy with weird eyes. Like,
yeah. So Commander Simeon sees you and goes, cousin, I'm glad you're here. There's a large hall forming downstairs. We've got as many people I can put down there without crowding it.
At the circle, you mean?
Yeah, in your estate.
We need to get down there and make sure your people are defending our backs so nothing gets around us or comes behind us.
Agreed.
Jeremy, I will note your thing is not lighting up.
Interesting. So it doesn't seem like a threat is coming. Why is a hall opening?
I'll also note, Gijiro, give me an insight check.
Yajiro, we might still have a threat. It just may not be from the those things.
When you got into town, you are feeling like rooted. Like, you know, Welshire is your home. You have never felt like it's been more of your home than you feel right now. And as you are all going downstairs, there's this huge arch that's now like in the wall, like from the wall former. Before there was like a little tunnel that was weird, all that stuff going down. This one is elegant. The opening is forming up, and it's like a long hall.
Ben, your audio just went weird.
Sorry. Here. You guys hear me?
Now I can.
There you go.
Okay. Yep. Sorry. So the arch kind of opens up, and a smooth ground of obsidian is what you see heading down.
Obsidian?
Or looking in. Obsidian floor.
Is it lit? Like, is it well lit, or does it look dark and scary?
Probably about 30 feet down is a purplish, like two purple flames on what look like torches, but instead it's purple flame.
Enter the hallway.
I go back to my drawn bow.
Okay.
My hunter's mark,
swords back out.
Currently, my hunter's mark is active on Yajiro, which will last for an hour. That's one of my free casts. So as a bonus action, I can move it when a new target or when a target that I'm actually hating comes up. But for right now, I'm just tracking my brother. But it does save me from having to blow the bonus action later on.
If I take a step into this newly formed hallway, do I feel anything different?
You feel stronger. Like You just feel like your aura is resonating.
Hmm.
As you wait,
Not-
there is a clicking sound of someone walking in heels towards you.
Am I down there?
Are we well shadowed, Ben? Can I hide?
You can hide behind anyone. There's like, you basically got like 50 people down here of an army.
I'm like I have drawn my sword. The
26 stealth. I'm hidden.
And can I cast control
Arrow
flame?
drawn.
on
I'm
the-
in the kneeling position.
Okay, what was that, Tyler?
Can I cast control flames on all the sconces to double the area of light that they cast?
Yeah, so behind you, you are very bright.
does
Dude,
The
have
clicking
I
of
ever-
heels-
have I ever seen Yajaro use a longsword?
I believe
Yeah.
that's what he.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still have my longsword in your hand. Otherwise, I was going to take it back.
Okay. I mean, I would hand it back to you and draw. If I felt that the person coming was an enemy, I would draw the Raven Queen's blade. But I don't feel like this is an enemy.
All of a sudden, a very curvy form begins to materialize in the light. It is definitely a woman. It is definitely a drow, except she is clad in silken leathers. Her hair is not white, it's purple.
Oh.
She takes a few more steps so you can see her, and then she kneels and goes, I am here to bring forth the champion of the Raven Queen to his home.
Come again? I'm pretty sure I am home.
The Raven Queen has sent me. I have served her before, and she has told me that my services are needed again. I am your humble servant, a champion to your cause, much like I was to the champion before you.
And your name is?
You may call me Laura.
Okay.
I'm here to take you to your house.
And where is my house? Because
It is now.
I'm pretty sure it's
18.
out there.
No, my lord, it is now connected to Welshire.
I agree. It's pretty close to the town square.
Your power base will be here, my lord, to the house of Jakar.
House of who?
Jakar. The Raven Queen has sent you the allies that you need in your time of danger.
More allies, huh? Are they like the allies that I've been dealing with? Because each time I get new allies, I swear.
No, you are the champion, my lord. We are here to make sure that you are not in danger. The threat that was given to you by the Court of Summer, we're to make sure that that is not something that will harm you.
Um, well, you don't seem like an enemy.
You can sense that I serve the Raven Queen as well. I am also a paladin of hers. I am a part of her obsidian ravens.
Okay, so there's more champions than just me, myself.
From where she has her power, yes, my lord. But here, while you were growing, she became aware that your situation was not as safe as I think she thought.
I speak up from the shadows. I have the skulker feet. and I'm allowing my presence to be known by her. And this could very well get me killed, but here we go. I simply say, as long as he stands next to me, his brother, he is from everyone except possibly himself.
I do not know who you are. The Raven Queen did not send me any visage of you.
I am not his brother by blood. I'm his brother by choice. And I stand with my friend. It sounds like you are taking him from us.
I see no medallions of faith on you. I don't think you understand what that means.
My faith is in my friendships. I do not hold. I do not bow to any power specifically, one or the other, and I hold no malice towards any of them either. My brother is faithful to your Raven Queen, and I have spoken very little of her one way or the other. I may
Then
have.
you can. Your brother, he is the champion of the Raven Queen. His very vitality is important to her. And if you are understanding of all these things, then you would understand that your sacrifice is not quite as great as you think it is. I am here to serve him. The ultimate sacrifice given to one that you as a deity. And if that is the cause for her to give to me, then that is what I should be serving. I'm not a commadre. I am a force that will keep him alive. And if that means my death, then I shall give it to him.
I will insight to see how true to her word that is, Ben.
Sure.
Well, these people here with me, well, other than him,
16.
I point to Simeon. These people here with me are the equivalent of my family. I've known them pretty much my whole life. So he does speak truth. Except for that guy. And I point at Simeon again, because Simeon's a dickhead.
Do you say Simeon's a dickhead out loud?
Yes.
I lower my arrow, Ben, assuming that the 16 was enough to prove that she's being honest. Or I can't tell at all.
You can't tell. Like, what you can tell is this woman is very professional. Like you, she's military service type of steel.
Okay. I will look at you, Jiro. Do you feel safe in this moment so we can continue the conversation?
I'm going to insight her because while I trust her aura, I still don't really know her.
You don't want to see her aura.
Oh, no, you don't.
I trust the aura that she's allowing me to notice.
Yeah. Look, HK was afraid of that chick. That's all I'm saying. He ain't afraid of nothing but her. She bad.
What was your roll?
18.
Again, she's professional. Whatever you're getting is someone of high service, someone who's been around. But you can't tell if she's smooth as it comes or she is definitely genuine. It's just so hard. She looks like she's here to do what she says she is, but you can't tell if she's sort of lying. You don't see any quirks. The only thing you might pick up is she's ready to fight if anyone crosses her. And you have a feeling that she could probably kill somebody.
And she seems dangerous, right?
She's beyond dangerous. She's like, there's something about somebody who walks down a tunnel in front of a militia of people and hasn't drawn any weapons and is cool as a cucumber and has been doing dialogue with you without sweating. Like you see no nervous tics. You've seen that with messengers in your time before. This woman is definitely as cool as obsidian that she walks upon. And I will say, your paladin aura is contacting the aura of the Raven Queen. She is a divine of the Raven Queen.
All right. Well, I don't want anything to get out of hand, so
I lower my weapon.
show me to this home, please.
May I ask one thing?
You may ask.
I'm sorry, talking to Laura.
Yeah,
And
you
he
may ask.
stands up and he steps forward so he's shoulder to shoulder with Yajiro. Will he be back soon or never?
I
I'll
don't
be
think
back.
you were listening. I do not command him. He is in command.
And Shale takes one of his daggers and he hands it to Yajiro and he says, "This dagger was one of two given to me by my father.
I couldn't possibly
It
accept.
actually, and you will, it has a notch for every year I spent here in Welshire. As we are nearing one more year, I will add its other notch, and I count the years. When we see you next, you will let me know if you needed to add another notch or not." And he hands you the dagger and its sheath. And you probably recognize the sheath from when we were quite young, like before I was even given the daggers. It was like my first little leather project, and I was not good at leather working at all. And you actually see the part where you had to fix the stitch to make it look proper, so I didn't get in trouble for bringing back shoddy work.
Yes, I remember this. I will be sure to return it with another notch.
Carowin's
gives-
gonna step
He gives you
forward
another hug. Be
after
safe.
that.
Remember this family and all you do. The river will run pure, and the earth will feed you strong. And he steps back. I am entrusting my friend with you based on your word. I pray to no gods, but be better than you promise you are. My friend will need it.
She smirks at you.
Carowin will step forward and she will hold up her hand, palm out, the one that has the scar across it. That Yajiro gave her. She's not trying to face palm her. She's going.
I might lose that hand.
When will you be back? She's talking to Yajiro. And then she'll look over at Laura like, you have our only early warning system. And you're leaving.
Lord,
My
Nope.
Did we lose Ben?
He
I hope
froze.
He goes,
Start from scratch.
my
We
lord,
lost you.
Do you hear me?
You're.
Do you hear me now?
We got you now. Start over.
Okay, she goes, Laura goes, my lord, I think the lady should accompany us.
Say what now?
This will
Accompany us.
this will also guarantee that we will return soon.
Can you promise that? Because I am not abandoning. You've heard these words from my mouth how many times? I am not abandoning the people.
Well, she says what she says is true, and I'm in charge. Then, yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't return soon.
I'll look at Laura and do I have any reason to trust her. I mean, Yujiro seems like he's trusting her pretty easily. He's not usually one who's easy to trust, and I'm not sure if I'm reading him right because he looks so different now.
Well, you're feeling conflicted.
Yeah, I am.
You're not, the things that you kind of held to accord is, and it's not natural for you because that's the way you've grown up. It's odd. There's something about Yujiro right now that is probably disturbing you the most. Is he's too comfortable. And this power is resonating off of you right now, that there is just something going on. You can feel it. So you're not sure if it's a good thing, bad thing, whatever, but whatever it is, it seems to have all this stuff going on, and it definitely isn't a coincidence. And again, as you kind of think back, you haven't been quite as devout to the Raven Queen, that you're not really maybe picking up her signs, but you know this is her work.
In my head, to Yujiro, I will say, let's make this quick. I am coming, if only to have your back.
Oh, Carowin's going?
Yeah, they asked her to. Laura asked that she should come.
Yeah, she didn't really ask. She said you could come. You
Alaric
should come
looks
too.
around and he waves to Laura. Hi, Laura.
You said Alaric showed up?
Yeah, he was just kind of moseying
Do I
around
notice
behind
him?
He comes and goes, so to speak.
But he kind of peeks out and does that little boyish, hi, Laura.
Ah,
When I hear his voice, I'm going to turn at him and glare at him like daggers.
yeah. She just kind of makes she recognizes you, but she doesn't say anymore.
He just says, if she has deemed to protect you, I'm not going to do much. So you have nothing to fear from me. But if the love of my life goes with you, you have a partner in crime.
You are not welcome in the House of the Raven.
Laura, please. I love this woman. My father's fought alongside of you. Do you not respect him?
Again, I serve the powers that are here to make sure the champion thrives. You have angered those people.
And
So I say again, you are not welcome in the House of the Raven.
And I backed down. I said I was sorry, or at least I will say I'm sorry if I didn't say I was sorry. I'm confused.
You should fix your own court before you worry about the House of the Raven.
I'm not worried about the House of the Raven. I'm worried about my love. You've sworn to protect him. Who will protect her? If not me.
I will protect her. And we speak of her as if she's not capable of protecting herself.
Oh, I say this in the less than physical sense. I say this more of the nurturing sense.
I do not think Lady Carowin needs to be nurtured by you.
Everyone needs to be nurtured by someone. You, your deity. My lady, the world and every flower in it needs to sing her praises. I am merely but one.
Well, how about you sing when we return?
I'll be sure to do that. Actually, I'm quite confident I already did, but I'd rather be by her side.
Is Yujiro's animosity new?
Yeah.
Relatively,
I was gonna say,
based on their last interaction.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta remember, there was a big incident that happened that you were sort of aware of, Carowin. He was flirting with you. There was a comment about family, and the next thing you know, Lace was no longer alive, and Alaric realized that the Raven Queen took her soul back, and you guys begged to get her back. Now that you think of it, give me an insight check, Carolyn, at advantage.
That was the session where you became a little less devout and may have caused more issues.
It might have actually brought about this mess.
Insight?
did.
Insight?
Yes.
Oh, it
Yes,
did. Thanks, man.
30, 20. I'm
30,
rolling.
20. Magnificent.
Damn, I wish I was rolling
You
like this
started-
yesterday.
You take a step back for a second, and you're kind of looking at Yujiro and Alric is definitely pompous. He's portraying his love to you. He's saying, "I will be at your side. I'm ready to go." Like, and you're like going in a sense of danger. But there's a flip going on here. Like, Yujiro and this Laura you just met are like barriers of like he can't go down the hallway, and Yujiro, who you've known to get along with just about everybody in your city, like he's definitely not with you, like, or with him. He's with her, and she is definitely playing the subservient. And if you're starting to think about things are revving up real quick, and it all seems to be stemming from when Lace's soul was taken back. And you remember seeing a lot of power starting to like show up. Like, again, your druid just got possessed. He doesn't remember it. All of a sudden, Yujiro has just been completely transformed into a dark elf. And now dark elves are showing up in your hall. And they're all part of the Raven Queen. You're getting a very sick feeling in your stomach right now that something divine, heavily pushed by the god of the Raven Queen, is happening right now. And as you look at someone you are smitten with in Alric, you are feeling a brush of a feather to your neck that there's a definitely a bad seed going on right now. And those two are bickering away, and that just helps. You can see that stoking a fire of trouble.
And Shali's looking at Yujiro, wondering if he should be drawing his arrow at Alric right about now. He's not saying anything, but
Oh, you're gonna shoot your own character? That's a hallmark moment.
I gotta play the characters as they are. I can't have them love each other because they're each other.
I love it. I'm praising you, man. I'm praising you.
Carowin will kind of step in front of Ulrich, and it's not a glare, but she kind of gives a look like at Yujiro. And then she'll turn to Ulrich and say, "I'll be back soon. Let's talk about this later, darling. I need to talk to you later."
My love, I know I made some mistakes with your friend, but I promise you, if they do not allow me to go, I can't follow on my own. If you cannot take me, please take another with you, so you are not there. He has a protector.
You cannot
He has
come,
a second.
Alric.
If it can't be me, and he looks at Yujiro, not with anger or not, but almost pleading, please allow her to take someone.
For what reason?
What do I have to give that I am allowed to give?
Your life?
Yujiro.
Edro does not change his face when he says that. Nothing. Just straightforward.
Yujiro's eyes open quite wide, and he looks at you.
Yujiro's eyes open wide?
Alric?
No,
Oh.
Alric's eyes. He looks quite sadly at Carowin. Whether it be me or someone else, I will give you one of my years. And you see the clocks in the hourglasses turn like a black color, and they almost like go back. And he says, I have given a year of my life so that someone can go with my love. Does that satisfy
She is
you,
my
Raven
cousin.
Queen?
She is my cousin. I will go with you. I will go with you if it satisfies these dark elves. Laura looks at you, Jujiro. She seems to have no problem with him.
Fine, we'll accept Simeon.
Okay. You guys will walk down the obsidian hall. You get about 30 feet. You're met by a female and a male drow. They bow to you, Yujiro, and kind of like play rear guard as Laura leads you on.
I will look behind us one last time. As they go around us, like I'm watching them, but I'm going to look beyond them down the hallway. Is the hallway still there?
Yes.
Okay.
As we
All right.
pass the next two drow, do
As you're going,
them.
Wait.
Eric
Go
Bullen,
ahead.
yes.
So as Yajiro passes the two drow that he doesn't know, he'll just say, "And your names are."
The female goes, Noraldu, my lord. And the man goes, Sino, my lord.
Well, nice to meet you.
We're here to serve. We are part of the Obsidian Ravens alongside you.
Well, I
All right,
appreciate
and
you.
finish up. And I'm going to go to Kazgoroth.
Carolyn caught that Ulrich sent her a kiss, and she's going to give him a small smile before she turns back.
Okay. Sweet. All right. Ash and Peregrine and crew, along with Ian. You guys are making it. You're at the Tower of the Circle of Roses. I guess you guys kind of fill people in.
And Balin.
I know, but Balin is perusing right now in the taverns. Unless she snuck in. She hasn't snuck in. I haven't let her in. She did some major stealth. She got in it.
Actually, I think she came with us, so she must have snuck out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're talking important stuff. Ah, I'm gonna
Politics. I'm gonna go cause some trouble. All right, but we are with you guys. So what? You're definitely landing into the plan of what you guys want to do.
I think we're talking. Last we knew, we were talking with Spinner in the Tower of the Circle, right?
Yes.
I guess we kind of need to know what her reaction to what we tell her is, or what I end up telling her, basically. Or actually, I'd probably let Ian explain as much as he can with his way with words is better than mine. Let the storyteller tell the story.
True.
You mean of what we've literally been doing, trying to collect people to unlock, to use to power the circles?
Right.
That story? Yeah.
Okay.
Or are we going back to when the heroes of Welshire formed to save Thomas and going through all of that? Because if you want stories, I got stories.
I mean, I don't know what you do. I'm not stopping you.
I got stories.
Do.
Yeah. All right. So. All right, so you're basically telling Spinner that you guys basically need mages, and she's pretty much. I guess I'm gonna need a performance out of you, Nate, to kind of like really pressurize how much this Black Zodiac is about.
Performance, not persuasion.
I'll give you a choice. Yeah.
Oh, well, then I want the other one.
You can hype it, or you can tell it as it is.
I mean,
Could have kept the performance.
said the persuasion was 18.
Uh,
It's kind of cool.
No.
Your dice rolled on the screen, which is different.
no. Mine was 14 for persuasion. The performance was 26. I should have stuck with that one.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay. So she goes, you're saying right now that the island has, so you're more or less saying the island of the dread and is trying to crush Welshire because you have a portal made up by drow mages from Ashen City.
Yes.
Is that what we're saying?
Well, it
Why?
wasn't drow mage. I thought it was not devils, not demons.
Yeah, it's devils that made it through a deal with the Dread Order. Actually, I don't think we're quite aware of characters. I don't know that our characters are aware of the tie of drow to the Dread Order.
I would know that. I think.
Okay.
You do know that.
I would know that, and I also know that they're part of the things that took him, Charlie's parents, because I was there for that when he found out.
Yes. So the Dark Elves are the overlying agents of everything.
Yes.
But not necessarily. It wasn't real devils that made things. It is just a pact that's going on with the drow that made this Black Zodiac thing cut well.
Yes.
So Spinner goes, yeah. Does anyone really know why it's in Welshire? Why not in, why wasn't it in Greyheim or
Doesn't it have it has something to do with the hobbits from the past, right? Like they were actually in the Welshire land prior to us being there, and that is part of the reason. I think that I thought you said something about that. That's what I thought. It's something to do with them, but I could be wrong.
Possibly because they had agents who were able to infiltrate and have great influence in the city, and it was just an easy target, probably. Try and do something like that in Greyheim, and there's a whole lot more eyes to see it. You do it in any of the big cities, people are going to see it. You do it in a small village that's just recently formed.
But you've already defeated a number of these already, so that doesn't sound correct.
We haven't defeated them easily. We've had a whole lot of help.
And lost a lot of people.
Well, I imagine there would still be other places you could have chosen that would have been easier. And I will make one point. Spinner is not aware of your lineage. That's the one thing we're assuming is kept out of all this. And it'll probably be your answer to this.
Yeah, Ash.
Did I tell you my last name?
No.
You're not going to believe it, but it's true. I am a Greystoke.
You now need to do a persuasion at disadvantage.
I actually can do that slightly not bad. Oh, man. My roll was a 19, but it comes out to a 16.
16.
I do have, as I'm sure there'll be a look of disbelief on her face, and I'm anticipating that, and I'm looking for the name of. So Sharina is from the Isle of Misa. She can attest to the fact that the elves of Misa have looked into my past and can attest that my bloodline is true, and is I am the long lost son of Devon Greystoke, and Lee has not given me the lineage, but I would go back the lineage a few after that. I'm not sure which other Greystokes he was related to.
Well, much hasn't been fully opened up because remember there's a problem with who knew what was going on when all that matter kind of happened. It's more
Right.
what things are. So you have Morandi. Is that who you, oh no, you have the you have a
Sharina was the name
gotcha.
that Rico gave me. I wanted a higher end NPC, but he gave me that.
Yeah, he goes. She says, as my Lord says, as the Lord says, my Lord definitely says he is. It is why we are helping. So she goes, okay. She looks to you, Paragon. What do you say?
What do you mean? What do I say? Is she asking me that question?
Well, he's saying he's a Greystoke. So you historically know how the significance of all this. You've done your reading. So I don't know how much they told you. She's looking to say, do you believe what you just heard? Am I crazy? Or she's looking for reassurance. You're a confidant. So do you take on this and lie? It's up to you.
As I see her looking to him to gain assurance, I tell her the story of my mother being lost in the mists and misplaced. Trying to just tell my story.
Sure. I mean,
while Peregrine catches his thoughts.
I cannot say for sure. These around him use his name. They act in the Greystoke name. If it is not true, he is convinced enough to make it true.
I actually kind of like that as a vote of confidence. All right.
But, Paragon, if this statement is true, it would be the reason why the ritual circle was placed in Welshire. The devils knew a son of a Greystoke was there, knowing that the king had returned. That would make sense.
Why would they put the circle where someone with a family history of heroic intervention and standing against the darkness, why would they put it there? Wouldn't they want to put it far away from that kind of person?
You know that answer.
Yes.
If the heroic family line wins, then the vampire lord is deposed and the lady takes control of the island again.
No. If we stop this, the vampire lord stays the vampire lord. Well, even worse than that, he's still removed one way or the other. We stop the dark lady, the dark goddess, from being forced back into that position. So either the options are the dark lady is forced to return to being the Dreadlord, or destruction. And that's what we come to prevent, is the destruction, because we don't want to trap the dark lady there. This is the opportunity for Alanis to be freed from the dark realm.
Are you saying you wish to help the goddess Silk?
I don't wish the goddess Silk to be. Actually, he wouldn't say Silk. Sorry, I don't wish the dark goddess to be imprisoned as the Dreadlord or anyone else. She escaped that prison by gaining followers and deific power. This is the chance to get Azerian and her free of that. No one needs to be entrapped in a prison against their will like this.
Okay. Welcome, Stephanie. You haven't actually missed any of your time. We are back in Kazgoroth. We are meeting with the Yellow Rose Spinner of the Circle of Roses at the city in Kazgoroth. You guys are trying to convince the wizards to help with your quest of filling wizards in the chambers to protect the cities. This is probably one of your more important individuals in this avenue to do. So she's trying to buy the story that you're portraying of your all this stuff is happening in Welshire of all the places in the world. And Art has told her that he is a Greystoke, and now she's sort of convinced that that is real, because that would make sense why the ritual is there. And now they're trying to explain when and why, and if she's buying it and if she's willing to help. So you're amongst the group. Anytime you want to chime in, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
But that is the discussion you're hearing. Spinner goes, I can see you're a devotee of Cross.
I am.
If you are, I understand your bloodline says different. But Cross is the guardian, the watcher. So referring to Silk as the Dark Lady of her old title, is that still a prejudice you still actually hold? Or is that the faith pushing that into belief?
It is I do it with all gods I'm not looking to gain the attention of. If I don't mention their name, I don't draw their attention. So I will quickly drop the names of Tyr and Thoth and Ares and such. But other gods, it's a title thing. So that I'm not... Yeah, it's sort of a faith thing, just sort of been ingrained into me. But now that you bring it up to me, I should probably seek her favor in this as well. If I'm going to help Silk to stay out of prison, then I should tell her that and accept it.
Paragon, does he know what you are?
Not so much. We have had very little time to get to know one another.
You should tell him how important the Lady of Magic is to us.
No,
She is everything. As one is to their god and follower, she is to us the source of all power.
I'm saying how important we are as the type of mages that we are.
Of course.
He needs to understand something very important to this.
And you wish him to know this?
I want him to be aware of who he's dealing with if we're going to go into this as heavy as we are.
What she wishes me to say, what she asks me to pass on to you, is that in the world there is magic. It is a power that surrounds everything. And this power is because of her. It is of her. And there are those who she has reached down and with a single touch of her finger placed a spark of herself within us. She holds us in her hand, in her palm, and we love her for it. She is not the Dark Lady. She is the Great Lady. She is magic itself. And it is through that worship of her that broke her free from the chains, converted her soul to a light that shines beyond all other lights in the souls of those she touches.
Yes, there is a slang term you can tell him that the others call us.
I do not know that it is slang, but it is an honorific, the silk spinners. Each strand of the magic web, the weave, a strand of silk. Each of those strands represents not only the magic, but our connection to the Great Lady.
So not only you are even more than her worshippers. You're her direct agents. You're her paladins, her avatars, whatever the right word might be for it.
Yes,
Her essence sings in our blood.
Silkweavers seems to be the more correct terminology, considering that we see the magic as to weave, and we are born of magic, where others must study hard. It is natural for us.
Okay. Apologize for my obvious old habits and realizing now that I'm taking myself down a path where I need to deal with those other deities that I didn't think too highly of in the past if the world is to survive. I think I have the attention of 5. I think I need the attention of all to make this work. At very least, their awareness. And I would like to step out of that comfort zone with Silk first, if possible. Do you have an altar to her here?
It is not the same, but I understand what you're trying to do. I just wanted to make you understand when you are seeking something that you are seeking it for your own right purposes. We are just naturally born gifted, but we do not pray like you. I do not have candles and things for learning and making divine chants. Ours is definitely the word of magic that is made from tombs and understanding the weave. Just because we understand her, we just know that she is the creator of that magic, and that's all that is important to us. Because there are others, another in this tower, Void Eye, that is the same as Harrigan and I, but his beliefs are not. So where you would find much of the same with the clergy of Cross, that does not mean the same with Silkweavers. So it is important that the robes that we have and the emblem color of the robes that we wield is our demonstration of our loyalties.
So what would Void Eye's robes be?
He is brown.
And okay. He's okay. Well, so is he the opposite viewpoint of you guys, basically, or
Not fully opposite. He's just more internal to himself, where Harrigan and I we help the governments, we help the people. There are things that we are trying to continuously do to make sure that society thrives. Void Eye can help at times, but he is fickle. So he would not be amongst someone that I would ask. But There are many other of the roses. They are just learned. We would trust them to do their duties in the same essence as your guards at your town.
Yes, the Browns. They are not bad people, but they are like the fallow earth, waiting for a spring but never seeing it.
I will help begin the things that you need done here, but we definitely have a war to worry about. The armies have already been mustering from what King Azerian is doing, and now I know where he's looking. I advise you, Peregrine, you're going to need to take him to get the true old allies of the Greystokes.
And who would those be?
The only bastion that I know you would definitely be safe at. You need to go to Fang's Keep.
Interestingly enough, okay. Why? What? Yeah. You want to send me to Fang's Keep to just stay and be safe?
We know the lore, Ash. You're not to be safe, but you need to have a loyal understanding, and it is not going to be easy for you to go there. They are more fickle than the Browns that we just talked about with the Roses. You're going to have to make your best charming pitch, and your silver tongue lute maker there is very good, but he will have to be perfect.
Fanger's
Keep.
hospitality is legendary.
Yes, but if you want to war with Azerian and what he has for the minions, then I imagine you're going to need the bastion that you can call safe. I know Welshire has some aspect that you're dealing with this ritual, but overall, you're going to have to keep him out of Welshire. Otherwise, I think everything you plan will be quickly annihilated if I know King Azerian. You need to bait him there.
To Fang's Keep?
Otherwise, unless you want to fight him on the plains of Welshire or in your town.
I don't really want to fight him. The stories of his military prowess are legendary.
He's already been raised 2 towns in 2 weeks.
I know.
2 cities, I should say. So you can see where Welshire stands little chance.
Okay, so I need to get around the island and prepare the cities, though. I can't just go be bait at Fang's Keep. I can't just be the guy who draws Azerian out.
I don't know how much time you have to be able in each city unless you wish to. He could chase you across the realms if that's what you want, but I wouldn't bet coin that you could do it for long.
Why would... I think I know the answer to my question. If I go to Fang's Keep, there's going to be a chamber there. I'm certain you could tell us a mage to speak to there to do it. But there are so many other cities that need to be saved as well. How do I do that?
You would be saving many cities by drawing the army up north to fight to Fang's Keep, if you can hold Fang's Keep. Peregrine knows the people there. He can help.
Yes, but what he is speaking of is the ritual that needs to be cast upon the place in each city to protect it from the cataclysm. That is why they asked me to introduce you. To gather the wizards that can do this.
What's the point in drawing Azerian across
Hmm.
the plains of it's the plains of Oral? Man, it's been a long time. Yeah, what's the point in drawing Azerian across the plains of Oral if the other cities don't get saved and this cataclysm comes and destroys all of them other than what would essentially be here, Fang's Keep and Wellshire? If can you get the I know how to find the chambers. I could find the chamber in this town right now. Krista can teach the ritual to mages. Can you spread it from here?
If the other cities are saved, we can easily talk to the other roses. That is most of the things that you're with our association, that we can make many of those things happen once you find all the chambers.
I shouldn't have any problem finding any of the chamber. Well, I have an idea of how to find the chambers.
My only thing that I can see, Ash, is I understand what your dilemma is basically portraying, but from your story, that is after you've hit the 12th of the Black Zodiacs, and that is fathomable. But understand, if Azerian destroys every city before the Black Zodiacs arrive, the chambers are needless. What chamber does the Greyheim serve now, knowing that the city has been rented?
Right.
We've got to stop the destroyer first. And I think we can get the chambers done much more quickly, knowing that he is no longer destroying the surfaces of every castle wall to every city that we know.
Can he be stopped, though? He is the Lord, and he is legendary in his prowess.
Fang's Keep is the only place that I know of that has a force more loyal and dedicated, and it will not run when the undead come to take their souls. But the curse says you have some part in this. That is the wild card. You're the part that is his ultimate failure. There's something in you that will stop him from getting his utmost desire. That is the way the realm works. What that is, I do not know the man. He has been gone for a long time. But whatever it is, I imagine it will be quite the doozy at the moment now.
Yeah, because in the past he was a conqueror and didn't destroy everything in his path. Now he's destroying everything.
Well, that is, I can help with Peregrine to get the mages that you wish. But I just don't understand rushing around doing all this. He's already sacked 2 cities. But there is something that may be found. King Demon is the 8th son of the original king of King Bane Goldhammer. There must be lore somewhere in his old tombs that he might be willing to share to a Greystoke.
Sorry, what was the name, Ben? King what?
Demin, D-E-M-I-N. He's the 8th generation.
So you think if I go... So you think if I go to Fang's Keep and I can convince King Demon as to who I am, it's more than just a ploy to bring Azerian across the plains. It would be a possibility of finding information as to what he actually wants.
You are entwined with him through fate. All I can tell you is what the land was and has been to your family and to him. I am the leader of the Circle of Roses here in Castle. What it is is really a minor role in the tales that has been spun about your generations all this time. But there are certain families that get linked to this, and Goldhammer is one.
All right. Not what I planned, but
Nate, I will mention that you do remember, tales-wise, you having a sacred sister resurrected could be a big deal with this persuasion thing. The sacred
Thank you.
the sacred sisters come from Fang's Keep. They're the legendary royal guards to the king of Fang's Keep.
So this is a tale I know.
Well, you know of sacred sisters. They're like old folklore tale heroes. No one really seen them, but a sacred sister was made as a warrior. So everyone loves talking about hot women who can fight against the evil things, and they've served the king of the Goldhammer for these generations. Remember, you resurrected one, so Lace is a former sacred sister, if not in title. So there's something that could mean a big significance to get Ash legitimized and push things, having her as someone you resurrected.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
I wasn't thinking Lace. I was thinking somebody else. But
Yeah, she wasn't, but she was something. She's of the old name. Again, old names mean something as well, which is something you guys can figure out. And why don't you Nate? Why don't you give me a history roll? And Steph, you're listening as well. You can also give me a. I'm gonna let you do an investigation roll. So you're gonna come from a different angle.
21 in history.
21. Awesome. Oh, nice. Both of your accounts. All right, you're two well studied. Yeah, I see it.
Oh.
All right, so Ian.
20.
Fang's Keep is, now you think about the Sacred Sisters. Fang's Keep is a bastion, thinks Helm's Deep. It is a place unconquerable for evil. They talked about Greyheim never falling. Fang's Keep has never fallen. They have always been the rejection of evil. And in fact, they put themselves so they're kind of like Helm's Deep meets the Night's Watch. Like they put themselves there to stop the undead that have been controlling the North and fighting with the Northmen and stuff like that. And anything coming down, they've stopped them from coming down. Like they actively seek the undead and destroy them all in the North. They always feel like they're the guardians of the North. The only thing that you know of negative with them is they have some sort of history hating elves. Like they're good in every other part, but elves they don't like at all. And that's an old tale going from that.
Mm-hmm.
And Steph, so Balin. Balin knows that Fang's Keep is also unaligned with any other, like when Khazgoroth kind of spread out and like started really taking control, there are three locations that sort of didn't fall in. I'll say actually four. Ashen City was the enemy, but Khazgoroth took over Greyheim, Christianheim, St. Augustine, all the little towns, even like the little Shire part, and pretty much branched out and took control. It was Caerdalam, way on the far right, because it was a major city that did not go to Khazgoroth, fall under their leadership, and Chunku in the north, where the more like Eastern-like type of people, right? So those are the three. The fourth is Fang's Keep. It's like a military government. It is run by a king, but in very military style. The Sacred Sisters that you'd heard about are like a royal order that all serve there, and they are very picky about who gets in there, who's part of it. But you know there are only 3 temples that are in there: Ares, Cross, and Tyr. No other gods are in there. Also, you know that Fang's Keep is where most mithril comes from in the realm. Like they are the major miners of this. And if you find any great weapons or armor, most of the time in history it's come from Fang's Keep.
So while they're contemplating how much of that they're going to share and in processing it, I will ask Krista how long it would take her to teach the ritual to Spinner here, such that she could pass it on.
I think Spinner can learn it in 2 days.
Okay. Also, how many times can she teleport us in a given day?
Twice.
Perfect. I will ask Spinner, does she think that we have the 2 days to spare to do this? At which point I can find in those 2 days, I can find the chamber here. I can make other connections here that we need. And we can swap out some of our traveling party.
Swap out your traveling party?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some people that shouldn't go, and there's somebody that should go.
I will bring up the fact of what I know that they're Bastion and all that, and I will emphasize like they hate elves, so we're gonna have a hard time with some of the people who came with us.
Okay. That is noted.
Okay. Yeah, they can move you around, get you to where you need to get. So Krista will start. We'll take Spinner. Get some of the things set up. You know where it's at the church, correct? That's where Thulsa hid the chamber.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do ask. Actually, I can ask Peregrine. Do they actually have a shrine, temple, anything to Silk here?
Yes.
In their building. All right. In those 2 days, I'm going to want to use that if they do not mind.
No.
Then I might ask, would you also wish to perhaps join the Society of Silk?
What would that entail? Not with resistance, just what would it entail?
It would entail, when doing things, to embrace doing them in her name. A good man such as yourself, by spreading her name into the world and doing deeds that evoke a positive response to the people, it will gather more positive divinity to her. It is not a religion, it's just...
What I cannot do is dedicate myself to anyone specific any further. However, I am good with your goals, and I intend to ask for her favor and for her guidance and help in this, much as I asked here, Thoth, Ra, and Ares. They all are gods I grew up with, and I prayed to all of them prior to my departure. I have their attention. I don't know if I have their blessing. I realize now, talking to you guys, I need to apologize to Silk for how I've referred to her in the past, and will absolutely speak of her on different terms. So I don't need to join your society. I will do it anyway. Does that make sense?
It does. But what I am saying is that the society is not a religious society. It is not a dedication as much as an intention to bring a positive idea of the Great Lady to the people.
Isn't that what I just said I was going to do anyway?
Yes, I believe so, but I wanted you to know that it is not a religious dedication.
Which I appreciate, but right now I'm trying to balance alliances with elves, with fae, with the wizards, with the governments of the cities of the town, with friends of the new elven pantheon, with the new elven pantheon, their gods. I don't know that dedicating myself to any one in any oath or any form other than cross does me any good other than to segregate me from something else. I will tell you that I will speak well of the Lady Silk and her as a goddess, without needing to join any organization. Or am I just misunderstanding you? Or are we misunderstanding each other?
No, yes, you are misunderstanding me, but not in so great a a chasm. But give uh, should you give bread to a poor person on the street? If you were to say, this comes because Silk offers it.
I can't do that. No. I would do that and say Cross watches over you. I'm a protector. If I'm giving things away, it's due to Cross's gift. I appreciate where you're coming from. I do. And while you say it's not a religious organization, my first faith is to Cross as a protector. And no other deity or even governmental power will come before that. That doesn't mean I can't point out the good that Silk does in the places where it's appropriate, just as I would with any of the other gods. So while I appreciate what you're offering me, I think you need to understand why it is difficult for me to do so and maintain what I need to maintain.
It was merely an offer.
And I appreciate it. And I thank you for trusting me enough to offer me that.
All right. So you guys are going to realign and get things kind of moving along. That's my assumption.
Yeah, I need a minute to send you what I'm going to pray in the temple.
Yeah.
As I think about it and write it out. So if anybody else would like to do anything in Khazgaroth, just give me a minute because I have to go pray.
Yeah.
And find
So Ian, Balin, you guys have seen the bigwigs talk a bit. You guys are spies. Anything you want to do?
I'm sure there is.
Okay. Well, I'll give you guys time to think about it. We'll find out what's going on back on at home. Let me know. We'll get there. All right.
I wrote fast on my notes, so trying to reread them is hard.
Perfect. All right. You guys back at Welshire. You end up like going about what basically seemed like a football's length of obsidian hall, and then drop stairs going down. And then what you see there is a great house, like in a chamber. There's walls that seem to like basic high walls that seem to keep anyone out from the chamber, and then you're able to approach. There are a number of drow guards there.
Yajaro, does that mean you're gonna live in my basement?
I
Sorry,
still-
I thought a while ago and I've been holding on to it.
I still intend to live back in my house.
Oh, okay, good. That would be weird.
You are brought to past the gate. There are many dark elves there. They kind of sort of salute you, like more like than salute, but they like stand at attention for you. And then you are brought within inside. When you get inside,
Acknowledge them.
there are many raven icons all over the Elven house.
What did we see around the house?
It's like it looks like the earth, definitely like the underground caverns, sort of carved out, and the house has just been. It's like it's always been there. It's weird. It's a weird feeling, but it's like it's definitely out of place, but yet it seems very cozy, niche, and locked in. Like you're like, oh well, okay. It doesn't look that raw. I mean, it's looked like it's been there forever to you. But this place radiates of the Raven Queen. As you like enter the house, it feels to you as if you entered a temple of the Raven Queen.
Okay. So, far more powerful feeling than anything back in Welshire.
Yes, like you're feeling more and more comfortable. And give me an insight check.
Am I feeling anything either? I mean, I'm nowhere near as connected, but
No.
okay.
You just feel, well, yeah, why don't you give me an insight check?
I'm not good at insight, by the way.
You're not.
I'm too distracted. I got an 8.
Yeah. This is just kind of overwhelming for you guys.
That kiss really got to you, did it?
Oh jeez. This is just overwhelming. Like this like you feel like you're going to definitely nobility. And you're kind of like at odd almost. Again, the art and craftsmanship and architecture is mind-blowingly good. As you go there, you go up a couple stairs and into a large welcoming court chamber. Sitting on a raven's throne, like there's a big raven statue that seats a very large chair, is a older but not like withered dark elf, and she's in a thing like she's got raven feathers across her shoulders, but a yellow gown, and she has the symbol of the Raven Queen, and she looks very, very powerful. She has a younger woman to her right, and a young man, a young elf, dark elf to his left.
I'll glance at each of them, just trying to discern their place and kind of who they are to me.
You're just feeling like you're coming home. The older woman definitely gets up, and she very casually strides up to you, and she kind of like looks at you, tilting her head, brings her hand up and caresses across your cheek, and go, "You are indeed a fine specimen to the Raven Queen. Your rebirth has been foretold. She has given me a dream. I am matron mother Rin Dormari of House Jakar."
Say that name again.
I will put it in the notes.
Thank you.
This
Especially
is
that
my
house
daughter.
car part.
This is my daughter, Motilia, and my son, Ifindentore.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till you spell those out.
Yeah, exactly.
Elves.
Yep. Well, it's nice to meet all of you. This does certainly feel like a home for the Raven Queen. And I imagine she had something in store when she changed me to this.
Yes. She sensed you are a danger. So in my dream, she said this was a chance for my house to do great glory and to serve you and protect you, so that the Raven Queen's greatness may continue to grow. And I pledged that House Jakar would do that.
I see. Do you know anything of my people? Do you know anything of Welshire and what ails us back home?
I can do more of the study of your current realm, but this was brought from another place for you to feel safe.
I'm not so much concerned with my own safety as I am with the people of Welshire, the people that I grew up with.
Of course, champion. But it is important for the champion to be protected so that you may do her wishes and protect the other flock. You're here to guide them, but we are to be your shield and protectors.
I see. And you tend to act, or you intend to aid us, such as the other elves that came from another elven land?
Other elves?
Yes. We recently had other elves show up to aid us as well.
Oh, yes. The elves of the Black Sapphire.
Yes, I believe that is who they said that they worship and believe in.
Yes, we can aid with them, but we mostly serve you.
Okay. And they're not gonna have a problem with us, right?
I would hope they don't have no problem.
I don't know if there's any animosity amongst knife ears. Sorry, I mean elves.
Elves? We have gone through a change, my champion. That is why it was a time for us to have an opportunity. Now that the Spider Queen has been put in her place, our people, the Drow, are looking to thrive again.
Well,
Simeon goes,
that's wonderful.
what do you mean the Spider Queen's put in her place? There was a civil war from where I'm from. the Raven Queen, we had to destroy some houses of the Spider Queen. We wanted things not to be so constrained by her control anymore. Her chaos did bad things for the people. The Raven Queen has set things more according to our own choices and letting our matron mothers have more responsibility and care to our children and our people. Somebody nods. Well, I believe we still have the Spider Queen here.
You know about the Spider Queen, Simeon?
Well, he knows that. I know that they're of Ashen City. That's the stories.
And we're not in Ashen City. Is that correct, Lady
No.
Matron?
That is. Oh no, we are not. But there's powers if you need it.
And this not being the Ashen City, should we be concerned with engaging the Ashen City?
We are not allies of the Spider Queen, Loth.
All right, so
But I will tell you, my champion, I was a priestess of her before the change.
you've gone through a change as well, your own major change.
Yes.
So we've gained an ally and potentially an enemy. If Ashen City were to learn that I am in my town and being aided by you, would there be conflict?
It is a curiosity I could explore for us.
I'd hate to bring more enemies upon the people that I'm there to protect.
I will send my son to see what the enemy, if there are enemies or there are not.
Understood. And what am I supposed to do here?
You will be the champion to the Raven Queen. We are a house that has converted to her. I am a high priestess to her, as my daughter is, and we will serve you. She has also sent one of her formidable paladins that served the first house. You know her, Laura? She is also known as the Shadow Smite. She will serve as the new Obsidian Ravens in the world here, as you are the champion of the Raven Queen here.
I see. And the name of the champion from the other world?
Oh, that was Lady Zindrid of House Zandilia of the first house.
Understood.
It was
Well,
her movement that caused us to change our beliefs, and she has given us freedom. And the Raven Queen has thrived under her champion.
I can only hope to accomplish as many great things as it seems that she has accomplished before me. This is Lady Carowin.
And she'll nod respectfully.
She is the lordess of my town. She is my lady, as well as the Raven Queen. Not sure if there should be some type of communication going on here between you two, because
Does my champion wish
Tend
to
to have
serve?
higher
Well,
rank than myself.
Well, you are the Raven Queen's champion. You are going to bring change to this realm. I believe your title is now greater than ours as House Ladies.
I see. Well,
Don't let it get to your head.
this is still my lady, and she is still above me where I am from. So, I would say that if anything, you all here are equal to me because I need so much information to be filled in with everything that is what I am now.
And why did Laura decide that I needed to come with you?
She understands that you are responsible for the men and women on your surface.
I am.
But you need to understand that I have a considerable army for the champion here.
What's your definition of considerable?
I am a house of the Night City. Well, we were. I have a good enough force, and they are dark elves, the drow, to battle in ways that is probably not as common that your people would be used to.
I mean, when you're fighting an enemy, killing is killing, is it not?
It is. But we have some very special soldiers. I think that is why the Raven Queen chose us.
I see. So how do your forces get from here to where we are in a quick amount of time? Because we have already taken on many, many, many people in our town, and our town is not quite sizable enough for the amount of people we have. So I couldn't possibly ask your forces to move up to the surface.
Note, my champion, we are comfortable here. You are the reason we were able to come here.
So in our time of need, how would the army go from here to there quickly?
That tunnel that was made. The Obsidian Hall.
Does that tunnel change in size?
I do not think it will. I believe it is now what it is. There is another tunnel out that does not go to the actual Raven House. But that has not been fully yet explored.
Okay, you haven't explored it, so you don't know where it goes. Got it. Yes. So how big, Ben, was the tunnel when we were walking down it? I got the impression that it was like maybe 5 people wide.
Yes.
But for an army to move through it, it seems like maybe it's wider.
No, but I mean, it is only a football. It is a football's length of distance from here, from your basement to the ritual circle to here. But it would be an army going by that. But she said there was another tunnel somewhere else too, so that could probably get the force out faster, depending if it's closer to Welshire or not. You probably have a feeling it is. It's just probably out of town somewhere.
Okay.
which could be a good way to flank
Yep. As long as we know
where it goes.
where it goes.
Also, it might be a good idea to explore that if also because I don't know if we want an army running up out of the keep right over top of the ritual circle or through it. Because
Right.
trying to get a considerable army up that hallway and around the circle and then past, I think that's a bottleneck.
Agreed. That's why I was concerned. I would have loved to have brought Therendor, the other elf leading the other contingency, but he was having communication issues. So I'm sure in the future we will be able to reconvene together.
The followers of the Sapphire often have to take a longer time to decipher her riddles for some mystical reason that she chooses.
It does seem that way. He does end up away in his tent for quite some time occasionally. So you are maybe also aware that there is quite a powerful druid of this dark realm that is relatively close and is definitely a threat.
We know her.
And what are our odds of defeating her?
If we deal with her, pretty good.
It's good to hear.
Is she she says that, but I mean, is that arrogance or is that confidence?
These people are freaking you out.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, these, you don't like the fact that they seem to like know way more than you guys for someone who just showed up.
I mean, I'm on edge
I
anyway.
figure they've been
and
filled in by Raven Queen. But I still gotta check. Make
But
sure.
she also said she's a high priestess. And I will say, you guys, again, drow aren't are rare, but you do know that they're usually ruled by an old matron. That's the most powerful of their houses. So Mother Rin would be the most powerful person in this room if lore is correct. And then to have her daughter next to her would put her daughter being probably the second. And that's depending whatever the Obsidian Ravens are. You're not really sure what the hell that deal is.
Right. All right. Well, nice to meet you guys. I should probably get Lady Carowin back.
Of course. The Obsidian Ravens will be with you wherever you go.
Okay. Just like a 2-man thing, 3-man thing.
There are only 3 of them here, my champion, but they will protect you. They will try to give you space, but Laura, I believe, will be close until you have a very specific job for her to do.
another question based on one to piggyback on one that Yajaro asked about transporting a sizable army up the tunnel and into Welshire and so on. If we did have a time, if Yajaro had a need of you, how would he contact you? It would waste a considerable amount of time for someone to run back down the tunnel, say we need help, to get everybody back up the tunnel. Like that would take a lot of time.
My lady, do you know who he really is? You're Yajiro.
Yeah, he's my friend. I grew up with him. He's the tailor. And now he's this.
Taylor.
Talks. He
Taylor.
talks.
He's
He
the champion, lady.
He made this. He's
Yes,
Pretty-
the Raven Queen is within him. He is a conduit. He is everything that is necessary here. If he needs me, the Raven Queen will already know that I need to be there. Thus, why we've been able to manifest an entire house under your little town. And more is coming.
Understandable. And based on the skill of Laura, I believe her name was Shadow Smite, you called her her alias.
Yes.
Just based on the feeling I got from meeting her, she's probably not too far away if I need something.
Yes.
I think I had a question and then I lost it.
You may tuck the lady in bed, my champion, and then we will discuss the plans of conquest that the Raven Queen has for us.
Excuse me?
If I get her back, I don't think I meant that. I meant I can't just have the lady of the town away from the town for an exceptional period of time, especially with the threats that we're dealing with.
You need not to explain to me, my champion.
Okay.
I will see you. And with that, she kind of turns and casually leans back into her chair of her very exotically lavish raven throne.
To be fair, Yajaro, don't let that one go to your head either. 2, we kind of need you back as well.
Yeah,
I came down.
I think she
to-
means that I just have to come back down here afterwards, and then I'll return again.
You're not sucking me in
It was not my intent tonight.
tonight.
I mean, I
have locks
have
on my
been
doors.
there before.
I have
while
locks
you
on
were
my
getting
doors
back
now.
to bed.
That's why there's locks on my doors now. And Phelan's not here.
That's true. That's true. She is the hands.
Laura goes, if my lord wants to get into your room, I will make sure he can get there.
No, that's quite okay, Laura. I appreciate the aid, I think, but I'm all right. We're good.
You will notice that the other 2 obsidian ravens are like very they're like meager. They feel very little around Laura. Like she intimidates them. Even though they're obsidian ravens and you have all this going on, she seems to have like this fear that she puts into those other 2.
I mean, is anybody else in the room wearing heels, ready to kill people? Probably not.
Well, true. Unless it's the matron and the daughter. That everybody else knows. Everybody else is wearing boots.
What nobody realizes is that 3 people in the room are already dead, and even they don't know it yet.
No. I will also say, as you're walking back, because I assume you're walking back now, Laura has stopped making sound.
Where is she walking in relative to us? Ahead of us or
Well,
behind us?
remember when she came down the hall? Her
Like,
heels.
Yeah.
clicked.
we
Right.
don't
Now
realize she's with us anymore.
no, she's with you, but she's not making. She's carefully walking enough now that she doesn't make her heels click.
Right. But is she ahead of us or behind us?
Next to you.
Okay.
That's terrifying. So, good to know. When we return back to the circle, is there anyone still there?
Yeah,
Or is it just
everyone's
us?
there. Well, everyone's there because it's so it'll be Shali, Alric, everybody, because basically the two Cadels went into the tunnel. So everyone seems very relieved. They're like,
Except for Thomas.
no one knows what comes.
I think
was
everybody
just-
forgets about Tomas.
Yeah, he's just
Oh,
playing board games with
I
himself.
never forget.
I never forget. Simeon goes like, we're all good here. I'll just keep the summer court here. And he goes, if you're all set, cousin, I will go back to the other defenses.
Honestly, Simeon, I don't know that we need any more or less guards than we normally do here.
Which is the summer unit is the only thing that's been
Okay. Okay. I thought he was wanting to leave a contingent.
No,
Okay.
he just left the same guard that seems to be everyone was fine with down here originally.
Okay.
Plus, he doesn't quite like them either. So
All right. So I guess I will turn back around, say I'll be back, and head back with Laura to discuss whatever plans the matron mother has.
Well, okay. That's what I was trying to say when we were back there, is I came down here to watch your back and make sure you came back. And yes, you're back, but all right, no, never mind. I guess if you're happy, I guess I'm happy.
I don't sense any malice toward us from these individuals. And this place does give me a strong connection with the Raven Queen. So if anything, she would protect me here.
Like I said, I guess if you're happy, I'm happy. Maybe you can figure out what all this means.
That's the plan. And I will let you know, my lady, once I understand what's going on with this, I will relay it back so we can try to figure out how best to use it to protect our town.
So you haven't really indicated one way or the other, so I'm just going to ask the question, the dark question in the room. You're okay staying like this, or because I mean, you've looked in a puddle, you haven't even walked past a mirror yet. That's going to be startling, I'm sure. Something you're going to have to get used to.
Well, this wasn't something that was my plan. It is the Raven Queen's plan, and I'll accept that.
If that's your choice, that's your choice, and I'll support you. I felt the need to ask that question. I know if it was me,
and it makes sense.
if it was me, I'd probably be freaking out a bit right now. Like, what the hell happened to me? What the hell happened to me? Why did you do this to me? Yeah. But if you're happy, like I said a minute ago, if you're happy, I'm happy.
I have unwavering faith So it's not about my happiness. I am fine one way or the other.
You're allowed to be unhappy about this, though. I'm just saying.
Yes, and I suppose if for some reason the Raven Queen felt it necessary to take my sight or my hearing, I may be a little unhappy. But other than my appearance and my bloodline, I guess now, I am still who I am. So I can't really complain.
I can't remember. Is Yujiro's family, his parents, still around? Your cousin. Oh, goodness.
My brother.
His brother.
Brother.
Yeah. So my brother has not seen me.
No.
But my parents are dead. They are
Okay.
deceased.
Yeah, so what should we say to your brother?
I will
What's
meet
that?
with
Wait,
them
I was gonna
myself.
say, do you want to have a family dinner here or something? Where
No.
based on Mshali's initial reaction.
But Mshale chose not to kill me
Granted,
or harm me.
he had to be
and
convinced at
if-
first, though.
If Mshale can be convinced, my brother can be convinced.
All right. This isn't disbelief. This is, I'll back up whatever you want.
Noralio and Sino will lead you back to the trial house. Just as he gets probably like 20 yards, kind of appearing out of nowhere, whispering to your ear, Laura goes, "If I were you, my lady, I would banish Alric now before he causes you more trouble." And as you kind of turn to question her, she's gone. Back at Kazgoroth.
I sent you my prayer band. You don't need a long, detailed answer, but the stuff is important.
Yeah, what are the other three doing?
That is an excellent question. Insofar as that goes, I mean, Peregrine would have to give his report about the fall of Greyheim and the current status of the circle.
Okay.
Basically, him and Red Mist, and then the potential renegade of Magdalene in the city.
Okay.
I think I don't know if Steph is going to do this also, but I think I'm going to go try to find some people from the order and see if we can get more info on the what do they call themselves? The silk spinners, weavers, whatever they call themselves from the order to see.
Give me an investigation roll.
That's what I was doing. Or I concur with his statement.
She's probably better than I am. I got an 18.
Okay. Well, both of you guys would know is silk spinner is just a terminology to sorcerer versus wizard. The only thing I will tell you though, there are not many silk weavers.
Okay.
Like you just know the three in town: Peregrine, Spinner, and Black Void. That's they're the only three that you know of in the city. There could be other
Void Eye.
Void
Eye.
They're the only ones that you know of in the city. There could be others, but they're not quite that well known. I will tell you that Slinger is the other term for mages that aren't registered. So a person who's not with the roses is a slinger. And beyond that, there's no really other. That's just lore. A silk weaver is just someone who, like, it's the weave of magic. That's how silk is kind of known as. And anyone who can touch that more naturally and change it, that's just a term. That's like a slang that they call them. There's nothing more else. That the fact that Spinner is the predominant leader of the Circle Roses is well known. You guys will find out that Peregrine is also very highly respected. And he is noble born as well, so he has a lot of sway. He has pretty good sway in the city. Art, I need you to roll just a d20.
Oh, my fucking character sheet. Oh, there it is. Oh. Hey, I'll take that. 18.
18. Okay.
Honestly, I'm not expecting much. I know
Yeah.
this is completely unaligned, so part of it is going through the motions, but he believes in what he's saying.
You are there in a trance, making your call, and then you made your blessings to this. What comes of it is you feel as you are. You are the watcher, the guardian. You see a door behind you. You're in a framework, elegant stone, an oaken door behind you. Then as you look down, like something might have caught your eye, the door's made of redwood. You kind of look back and think, and as you look down again, it is a door made of a different wood, like birch. And again, you kind of just feel like you're a guardian of a door, but the door keeps changing in your mind. And then your prayer's kind of done, and you're kind of like left at the altar of your prayer. The high priestess, Adriana, comes to you and goes, "Are you well, high priest?"
I am not sure what your lady just showed me, but I have no doubt it's important. I don't know if I have her blessing, but I don't know that I know that I'm not unfavored by her, I guess would be the better word.
You are favored. I had a dream that a man of old blood would come, and she told me it was important.
Oh. That's all it was, is that a man of old blood would come and it was important?
It is important that you have a bond with her. That is the feeling that the goddess gave me. There is old history, I felt. You and the lady.
Me personally, or my bloodline?
I believe it is something of old lineage. I don't know if you don't know her now, if it must be you. But there is something important with you. That I felt.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of that I'm important. I'm not sure what to do with it other than to try and protect everything that is good from the darkness that's coming.
Yes. But what is the darkness? I think the lady wants to make sure that you know.
Huh. I don't know that I can name it. I know destruction's possibly coming. I know imprisoning her again would lead to a dark time and an angry goddess. Maybe it's more that I have more of a vision to the light, to what I hope, to what I see at the end of a tunnel. That maybe there's been, I don't know, I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around it. Your question is and your lady's question is very pointed.
Well, the lady has been everything to the world. There is magic coming. She's gotten stronger. My flock has felt that. The power of the roses has shown that they are capable. It's been much different than in the past. And I believe the lady is very aware of that. And she showed me that an old one, such as you, a watcher, should be looking to the past. It is where your pieces lay before you. And that way you will know where the darkness comes from.
Interestingly enough, Spinner spoke similar words that I need to look into the past.
She's entwined with the weave. Spinner's always been good like that. Very poetically true, too much like you. Good. I am very neutral, so all I see is what the weave wants to show when the lady is playing with her magic.
I don't understand the weave. I wield magic differently than you, obviously. Well, no, I wield it similarly to you, I would imagine, but differently from them. She's a priest, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't understand how to wield magic like they do. I understand it like you do. And I'm sure you are probably the best person to make aware of I don't know, the differences, the similarities. We all wield magic at her will. It's magic, wherever it comes from.
Yes. That has a place. But you're looking at more of your problems from the constructs of what you are. The raven says, the lady said to me that you brought a very inquisitive raven. Two of them, a pair. It is important that you take your ravens to the Church of Knowledge. Seek High Priest Leo, and perhaps your answers may have foundation.
What was that, Ben Leo?
Leo, Laou. Leo.
Okay, that probably is a good idea anyway. Bring them there so they can seek knowledge. because they're both definitely knowledge seekers on top of being ravens.
They make the best sources.
It does play to type, doesn't it? I thank you for your words of wisdom. And I ask, do you have a symbol of your goddess that I can continue to carry to try and keep myself connected to her as well as the other gods that I am attempting to carry forth? I pull out the bunch of the other four that I have besides the one of cross I wear. The gods need to be preserved along with the people. I'm asking them to help preserve everything.
But of course, she goes and gets behind a cabinet, pulls out a medallion. There's the, I believe, star symbol. Let me check what her symbol is.
Honestly, I don't remember either. It's been a while.
But we'll pull this up. That's true. The purple dragon is her symbol.
Okay.
She will take and put the medallion over your head and onto your neck, and she kisses you on the cheek and goes, "Whenever you wish to exploit your old bloodlines, you're always welcome in the House of Silk."
That sounds intimidating as an older player. I thank her, and I take my leave to find Ian and Balin, and ideally the rest of the traveling party. I don't continue to wear the symbol of silk. When I leave her shrine, I take it off and put it with the other ones.
Yep.
Yeah, so I need to find them. There are a lot of temples in this town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys had a meeting point, not to take too long, because they
Yep.
did some investigation on
I tell the two
what they
of
want to know
you.
about.
I tell the two of you, and I would find Peregrine along the way. I have been given advice that the two of you should go to the Church of Thoth with me, that there is information that might be found there that can help us understand this situation. Needing to look into the past. Probably my past, my family's past, Azerian's past, Silk's past.
Insight check.
Roll.
Insight on me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, you're doing persuasion because I know you're not lying.
Yeah, I guess I have to roll it. So, oh, well, that's not bad. 21.
I got a 22.
So I'm not lying.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think actually you would now pick up, Steph, that he's a bit scared. Like, this information is stuff that isn't really where he wants to be. Like you're getting a man he's a lot like your cousin. Like all of a sudden he's in a role that he didn't think he'd be in.
My plan is definitely not going the way I want it to.
I feel like a lot of us have been thrown into stuff we weren't prepared for.
Oh, you've been having fun, Nate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I didn't say me.
Ben, what was the priest I met at the church of
I'll
Silk?
paste it while you guys will play.
Okay.
Okay.
So I bring that to you guys. Like,
I didn't think you were lying. I just kind of wanted to get the vibe of how you were bringing this to us.
yeah. I think Ben's assessment would be what Ashton has given off, is that he's not, he's fine with what he's asking you to do, but it's not in his plans. You can tell it's sort of going, it's a side quest he doesn't quite understand. Probably the least confident you've seen him in a long time.
This is new.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You.
What's new?
Just the demeanor.
Things are so much more complicated than we understand. My goal seemed simple and seemed straightforward, but Spinner had a good point about what's the point in trying to save the cities if they're gone. It's hard to step off the path we started on and go on a different path, especially not knowing anything. That's why I need two people who are adept at finding information to attempt to find information. And we have a day and a half, and then we're going to go to Fang's Keep if you join me, because I think both of you would be helpful there as well, trying to find information. And I would be honored, Peregrine, if you would continue along with us.
But of course, you will need me there.
Hey,
I
Ash.
think- Yeah.
Remember a few months ago when it was just we had good gods and evil gods, and it was very straightforward. Do you miss that? I kind of do.
Yeah, because I initially viewed your goddess, the Raven Queen, as bad, but I've taken a different view of her, in that she's obviously seeking power, but she definitely wants to help the world survive, and she wants to help Silk stay free. The lines of good and evil have blurred greatly. At this point, I think we even need to invite the traditional gods of evil to attempt to join us in saving their realm. Because even if those cities where evil rules, there are innocents that live there. There are those that are enslaved. There are those that live there and just live their lives. Just because a place is considered evil doesn't mean everybody there is. And we've been told that in another realm, the gods are fighting. And if we don't invite them all to join in on this, we may end up with a fight. Does that make sense?
We're already going to have a fight. It just depends on who we're fighting this time.
But wouldn't you like to have all the gods on our side?
Yeah,
He just needs the one. He just needs the one.
that's true. I do just need the one.
I mean,
Good boy.
you don't need just the one, because if we have just the one, then all there is death.
No.
We need
I
them
just
all.
need the one. You need all of them.
No, you need them all too.
Mm.
Balin folds her arms like this, and doesn't it just feel like this whole thing is just some big ass game where it's just a roll of the dice and who knows what's gonna happen?
Yes. Yes, it does.
It seems
The
like
Raven goes, "You have no idea."
Seriously, it's like I never know what's gonna happen.
it feels like there's some power pulling the strings and manipulating us.
And like if there's
like
bad
a roll of
reception,
die, like a roll of die.
All we can do is try and come
So-
out of this best we can.
Yeah. So where is this place of knowledge?
Church of Thoth,
Yeah, where is it?
over
Do
yonder.
you know? Over
Harrigan knows. Harrigan knows everything.
Peregrine, lead the way.
It is a very important church. I know where it is in the city, of course.
All right, Harrigan's going to lead you to the church. Meanwhile, back at Wellshire, Karen, you were given some news. What would you like to do?
What news was I given?
Laura told you to.
Oh, that. Okay, the whisper, not
Yeah.
news.
The whisper news.
Um,
Just act on it.
do I wish to act on it? No.
Well, I mean, maybe talk to him about it or something.
I was gonna say, what do they expect me to do? Walk up to him and go, "We're finished," and walk away.
I don't know. Shadow Smite told you something, and that would make most people do it.
Yeah. Ulrich, as I'm assuming everybody's still walking out, or did she whisper at me when I was alone?
You weren't really alone. She just singled you out. And
As the crowd was leaving the basement, the circle room.
yeah, made a point to whisper to you,
Mm.
and then like only you could hear, because Yajiro was like 30 feet away, so there was no way he could hear. But she made a point to you, and like got up to you real close. You weren't aware of it. There's definitely some stealth skills. You've seen what she's done. You've seen what Balin's done and Abishali done. This girl got same skills.
All right, I will catch up to Ulrich. One of those I walk up next to him and I slide my hand into his.
Ooh.
And then I'll give it a tug and you were downstairs. You know I'm back.
Oh yeah.
I'll give him a tug and like pull him like I don't want a public spot per se. I will, you know what? We'll go into my dad's study, the Lord's study.
Okay.
And I'll close the door behind us. And then I'll let go of his hand and cross my arms and go, okay. What's going on between you and Laura?
She doesn't like my altercation with the Raven Queen.
And that can be defined as what?
I may have been a little loud and threatened Yajiro to the Raven Queen.
May have
We'll
or
read into
did.
it. Well, that really depends on exactly when you're asking the question. If you're asking it in the moment that you're in, then probably yes. If you're asking it in the moment that I'm answering, then it gets a little squishy. But I apologize. Or I will. At some point, if I haven't already. I'm pretty sure I already did. She's kind of scary. Laura, that is.
Yeah. And I'm not.
My love, you've stolen my heart. What more could you take from me?
If I asked you why, if I asked you a question that I know would piss you off, can you promise me to stay here? Well, maybe not necessarily stay here, like not forever, but not go running off and threatening people.
Generally speaking, I don't threaten people. I'm not that kind of person.
Or just run off and go attack people.
But you have to forgive me. He said very bad things about my sister. And my sister already thinks that I don't think, not manly is not really the phrase for it, because I don't know if she really cares about those types of things per se, like, oh, you're manly, you do this or that. But my sister has always been the star in my father and mother's sky. She's the one that did all the things they ever dreamed of. And if I'm being honest, I've really always wanted her respect. And when Yujiro, who plays so fast and loose with all of his words, I mean, you should have heard some of the things he said or will say or was saying. For the first time in my life, I felt that fire that my sister always has. I felt that need to protect that my father always has. And quite honestly, I kind of handled it like my mother would. Unfortunately, I picked a pretty big fish to have my first comeuppance moment with. As the schoolmasters used to say, and I say schoolmasters quite loosely, but, you know, the fig tree near the Silver Grotto used to say it all the time. You're speaking out of class again, Ulrich. Stop that. And I didn't quite catch myself in time. I put everything you stand for in grave danger. And I acquiesced as soon as I swallowed my pride and realized it. That said, the Raven Queen, and specifically Laura, sorry, Laura, I didn't mean that in the pejorative sense. And Alric is just like looking around. He actually spends like a full minute just turning his head looking, and he like looks under a teacup or whatever. Like he's literally worried she's in the room with you right now. And then he turns back and he says,
When he looks under the teacup,
"Oh yeah,
when he
he looks
turns
everywhere.
back,
Like he,
there's an eyebrow. There's one eyebrow raised. Like
you're
she's
seeing
good. She ain't that
Alric
good.
more paranoid than you've ever seen it. Like he was scared and worried that he did something wrong in the whole scene with the Raven Queen, but now you're seeing him paranoid. Like he is very nervous. And he says, Laura is the only person I've ever known my father to be worried of. He's more dangerous than gods my father has faced. I don't want to make her angry. But at the same time, I don't know how to apologize any more than I have. I didn't like what he said to my sister. And for the first time in my life, I thought she might have respected me. And I messed it up.
But Diana wasn't in the room. So just to
Oh yeah, he knows she wasn't there. It was the whole.
Yeah.
He like he had a moment and it was the wrong moment.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So I'm trying I'm trying to balance what my heart wants and what is good for everybody else. And I've never been good at that. Ever.
Ben, give me a let's call it an investigation roll.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay. God, my lighting is bad. Well, that's just a 13.
Okay. You do recall when they originally met in the Obsidian hallway that there was definitely a tension that seems to what Alric not only is a person, but what he sort of represents. Where some of this conflict seems to be now heading.
Is he being truthful with me?
Yes. But the thing, give me an insight check, again, advantage.
Well, that didn't roll well. Insight.
I think you're head over heels for this guy.
It's an 11.
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, he has smitten about you. His bravado is there. I mean, you are flush with his sincerity. It warms you. You don't feel like he's trying to. He doesn't seem like he's trying to cause the problem that Laura insisted. Like, he is warm in happiness to you, where Laura has brought a disconnection and a dislike and possibly rudeness out of you. So, like, what he's bringing to you, Laura's definitely bringing the opposite with Yujiro, with your two friends.
Right. So go back to what I was saying. What my heart wants versus what everybody else wants. I'm trying to balance that, and I'm trying to understand how one time standing up for your sister, which Yujiro has a brother, he'd stand up for his brother. That people do these things. I have a little brother. I'd stand up for him unless he was being stupid. Which unfortunately is a common thing.
Just another thing for us to bond over.
I'm trying to understand how so much animosity could be had from one incident to the point where I'm being. I don't want to use the word ordered. I'm not being. I'm being told I should let you go.
The Raven Queen with Silk.
You did. I'm sorry. In what way?
I said if her, and I'm paraphrasing here because I'm not sure of my exact words, but I basically said if her lackey were to ever open his mouth against my sister again, I would make sure to. It had something to do with him desiccating over time or something like that. Like it was not nice. And then she started to speak to me. I'm not even sure if he heard it. I think it was just her and I, at which point I didn't immediately recognize the peril of my situation. And my love, there was much peril. I then said, you're not going to do anything because I'm the daughter of the son of my mother, who is the chosen of Silk, and my God's bigger than you are. Effectively. And she did not care for that and let me know in no certain terms that I was, again, as Professor Fig said, speaking out of class.
So you let your mouth run away from you and had a dick measuring contest with a goddess.
Inspiration for you, Jen.
If I'm being honest, she was a goddess. I didn't expect her to have one.
Inspiration back, please.
I was wrong. Because hers was much mightier than mine, I dare say.
Bigger balls than anybody
Mine is
else here. Combined.
I'm pretty mighty, by the way, my love. I mean, you have nothing to worry about there. But I am just saying that I could have made better choices.
Okay.
I'm not the tactician my father is. But I am a very passionate man. I love and I care deeply. And I protect with everything I have. Usually I catch up in the smartest part. Well,
So
this is about the time you recognize that while Aurican is very charming, he's not the most intelligent person you've ever dealt with.
right. He's a flitterby. He's
pretty average, but he's
no, but he's easily
naive.
distracted.
Yes.
He's easily distracted in his own head.
And you're starting to get the idea that the talking that he did led to your situation very heavily with someone who took the threat very seriously.
So, Ulrich, if Simeon, let's say, were to be in your spot and you were to be in the Raven Queen's spot, would you have accepted a simple apology from Simeon? Or would you want require something bigger than a simple, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way?
I did much more than that, my love.
And that was?
Well, I believe the apology, as they say, is ongoing at this point. But suffice it to say, just in order to have your cousin go with you.
Sorry, I got distracted by kitty ears.
I may have truncated my existence a little bit.
By a year earlier, yes.
So, while I see all things, the one thing I don't see is my own existence in that way. I don't know when and where my end will ever be met. All I now know is that it is going to be 1 year earlier. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember a couple things correctly, someone once told me that I may have done this a few times. I'm not sure if that's accurate. They might have been doing it to scare me out of doing it again or doing it for the first time. I'm not really sure. But essentially, I really don't know how long I have to live. In a much more concrete way than most people don't know how much longer they have to live. I mean, barring unnatural terms, I may have put myself in jeopardy 3, maybe 15 times.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. I tried years ago to leave myself markers about very important things, but I have found that you're really not supposed to do that. And time doesn't like cheaters. So kind of like I made some apologies with the Raven Queen, I had to make some apologies to the passage of time, so to speak.
That's
the why thing. I kind of don't remember everything after I said it or before I said it. It's part of the jumbling because I made some mistakes.
I guess where I'm going with this is I don't know that your apology, ongoing or otherwise, is adequate enough.
Should I give more years?
No.
Oh, okay. Should I try to take them back?
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking more of a grand gesture, a more visual gesture.
So the one thing she asked is the one thing I cannot do, and that's give up the cords.
So what?
The cords, the fake cords. I
Oh.
can't do that. That's the one thing I just cannot do.
Meaning you can't leave them?
My existence is largely owed to the fake quartz and silk. So, yeah, there's certain things I can't give up.
Why silk? Isn't
So,
if that's the piece that
so one never wants to talk about how the sausage was made, so to speak. But in this particular case, when my daddy and my mommy met and they were in love and they got together, they really wanted to have babies as a sign of their love. And in celebration of their love and honoring of their service to some mission that they or I don't even understand, my mother became a paladin, so to speak, of silk. And
Your mother was not a paladin.
oh, I'm sorry, warlock. That's it. Yeah. She became a devotee of silk, and between that and the power of the Summer Queen, they were granted the ability to have a child. And while my father is a warforged who would not normally be able to do that, I am legitimately the birth child of my father, who is a warforged, is a very unusual one. He doesn't have like the bends and the bendy parts, and like he's completely fey touched. He's pretty special, and he's gold colored. He's really very impressive.
Okay.
But I'm a natural born child of a mixture
metal man.
of a metal man, a mortal woman, the goddess Silk, and the Summer Queen of the Fae. I'm a bit unique, and because of that, I cannot swear away those two things easily. I would be afraid of what that would do. Not to mention it would dishonor my father and my mother greatly. They worked very hard to have the life that they've led and made a lot of sacrifices to do so. And quite honestly, I predate my sister. I don't know if I were to do something like that, what that would do to her. I can't risk my family. I love you and I would give everything for you. The one thing I cannot do is that. And I fear that's the only thing the Raven Queen would want from me.
I don't know what to do to fix this. I gotta stop looking at the chat.
Memes are going off. I was pretty pleased that I was able to get in there for once. And,
I know, for Ben to finally say something is wow.
yeah. With that revelation Give me another
Revelation.
insight at advantage, Jen.
15.
Okay. You're starting to get an understanding that this is where this is the root of all your problems right now. Alaric just became the ambassador, so to speak, for the Summer Court, and he put himself and he declared war on the Raven Queen's champion / ambassador, Yajir.
Right.
But here's the thing: I think your insight kind of pulls in. You've always been a little worried about the Raven Queen. This seems partially a threat, partially an excuse.
What's this? Seems.
Well, think about it. You're talking to a being who is now, you're completely been convinced that she is definitely a goddess. She has shown you the power of life. She's shown you the power of death. You know she was a threat because the Elven Pantheon pulled her into their Pantheon to watch. You know there's something going on with the goddess Sapphire, that she was dangerous enough that they had to bring her into Pantheon to watch her or control her. That's the problem. And I'm going to kill my brother for a lot of this part, but he's a key. His belief has to give you some other insight of what the real issue is going on, because there have been other people who've told you to be wary. And now, although she's been manifesting in one of your dearest friends and your tailor, who helps you make you look very good, she has been very, helpful throughout most of the process. But now you're a little worried because, as you say, this is a war of words. It was really a dick sizing contest. And yet she just changed the form of one of your friend, her actual conduit. And now she brought in dark elves into underneath your house. And you also know that she had something to do with the War of the Gods. Now, the only problem that you're basically relating into a lot of this is Alaric, because of who he is also a igniter. He's a bomb himself. Like whatever, it's not necessarily against the Raven Queen, but he could be doing it against anything. He has a lot of swing and sway from what you told you. There's a very part of him that has something to do with the Summer Court, and he can't be. You're realizing he can't be loosey-goosey with all the shit you got going on.
Right.
And I'll let you stew on that as we head one last time to Khazgoroth. You guys find the great library of Thoth.
I assume there's lesser priests and lower level priests and stuff when we go in.
Yes, when you first get there.
I ask one, would it be possible that I gain a audience with High Priest Lao? I was given advice to seek their advice by the High Priestess Elias from the Temple of Silk.
No. Empress Leo Lebesque is awakening you. And he leads you. You guys go wide. There are more books in this place than you could possibly imagine. I mean, it's like 4 stories high, and they're all filled with books. And there are like 20 rows of them in this place as you guys walk by.
I assume it's well kept and organized.
Oh, yeah. There are librarians all over the place, kind of taking care of things and putting things back and all that stuff. You're led to it's a bit of a jaunt in there, but you're led to basically like a one tree, and there's like seats around it. But it is it's like a little garden inside the building. And a very old man with gold and green, very silky robes, sitting there, bifocals, his bald head, reading a book. And then he goes,
Okay, go ahead.
he goes, "Ah, welcome, Ash Greystoke."
You know I was coming?
Of course, I am a high priest of the god of knowledge, am I not? I would be very poor priest had I not known things.
My apologies at my surprise. I am pleased that you are as knowledgeable as you are.
You seek clarity.
I do. Probably clarity with wisdom from the past. I assume you're versed in that which has been going on.
Current events are still things I am needing to know. But past, I do know.
I travel with two friends who are two of the best information gatherers I've ever known. They're likely to be the better people to speak with you than I. I will just try to absorb whatever they can deduce.
Lady Balin Cadell, ever the beauty, the darkness of the Welshire household.
Well, ish.
Charming as always. And the great bard of the Welshire, I see, the man of many titles. Welcome, Ian Spire.
Thank you.
And I see Peregrine is already finding books, as he always does when he comes here. What may I tell? Do you wish to be ravens now, or are you still of the society?
Little of both.
A little of both.
Yeah. Why pick just one?
I agree. I choose many books many times. Why would I settle with just one book? Varieties are good, what they say. Spice of life, yes.
That's what I tell my cousin all the time, but she doesn't listen.
Yes. It is funny how she stays with those duties, despite not doing regular household duties.
Stop that. I know, right? I was being attacked.
It's what they do. What are the questions you have that would help your lineage to the bloodline of the curse?
See, now that I'm asked, I don't know. Crap.
Isn't it strange how that works? We think
Yeah.
we know what's going on.
Many times you must read the book instead of just looking at the final pages.
I'm such a Cliff Notes person, though.
I like it. It can help
So-
with many things.
So we need to know about Ash's history. Arizin, is that his name? Say his name.
That's it.
Yeah, him. Silk's history. Anything else? I'm trying to remember everything we need to figure out.
Well, Silk's history is pretty much of the beginning. She is the cause of the land falling into the Dread Realm in the first place. She was, in many cases, mortal. And she was like one of the things I believe you were seeking earlier for information, a silk weaver, sorceress, natural and a magical ability, very capable. But He looks at you, Balin. She fell in love with her opposite, of course, a paladin. Yes, purest heart, noble, charming, beautiful man. But she could not stop her seek of power. And that seek turned the man away. He could not fall in love with such a devious being. And she was very upset. She turned on his friends. And that killing, that murder spree, got her recognized by the Dread Realm. That is what things do when you have low morale. And for many years, she was what King Azerian is to us now, the Lord of the Realm. Till a young man, they thought fool, but wise in the soul, changed what she was. Which is what most of the quest is about in your thing here, is what is it seems that you can alter. It is the story of what you need to do at the end of the line. You see, he believed in her as not a lordess of the realm, but as a being of great power, like a goddess. And he told many others. And those people worshipped her. And it grew until there were churches. They were followers. Like your Raven Queen says, they were a flock. And when they were followed, you can gain much power. She became a goddess. The realm couldn't hold a goddess. The realm can hold a being. It couldn't hold a goddess. Then it chose another. Someone who came to the realm to battle the goddess's people. Her Devil's Eight, a drow order, hated beings. This man made a family. And every child born swore an oath to be a hero or a heroine that would always defy her. So they became great heroes to the realm. They became lords and ladies, and they were known throughout. Till the realm needed a new dreadlord. And it found one of these children, quite not as well born as the others, a bastard by a maid of no important name, would be a street waif to anybody else, a peasant. So the land used that child to corrupt, to taint, to send back on the heroes that would defy it. And a new legacy was made. That new child became the Dread Lord. And that one thing that he could never have, that he had to take by force. And he looks again at you, Balin. Nobility. To be seen as noble. To be adored as a noble. Looking at you, Ian. You know of tales to be a hero. You know of tales to be treated and celebrated as such. But his tale is rejected. He had everything that they say was its worth. He was Greystoke. He had the blood. Yet, he was not a prince. He was a bastard. Bastards are not well respected in noble courts. Because there are many bastards that lords decide to pleasure themselves and hold no accountability for themselves. But the realm made him uncomfortable. The realm made Razan uncomfortable. And Razan was punished. That is your history. That is where one's heart was dedicated for one thing, but broken, forced to another.
So the Dreadlord was a Greystoke prior.
No, Silk was the original Dreadlord, but
Right.
Azerian became the first of the Greystokes
To become a Dreadlord.
to become the Dreadlord. Yes.
So is that why? Is he hunting the other Greystokes because they're the only ones who can stop him?
Remember when I tell you that one has pride. Greystokes are a funny family. They must feel important. They must feel heroic. They must feel suave. They must be as charming and adored by the people to their very soul.
I'm staring right at Ash as he says
Yep.
all of this.
And he looks. That is Greystoke. That is chivalry, knighthood, lord, and lady. The realms know. Except for one. One who's changed and never had the chance. So to him, I ask you, Bard, how would you feel?
Cheated.
Cheated. Now you understand the story. Cheated at the table.
Mm-hmm.
It's violence. He does not have all these things. To see brothers and sisters and new nieces born with this privilege every time. Enough to drive a man mad. But the realm is evil, and it made him powerful. To help him, it made him a vampire. And that is how he controls the land. That is his true sinistership.
um, um, yeah, I had a little close to home. So I'm here to torture him and remind him of what he doesn't have as I walk around, sharing my name and becoming recognized just for my name.
Haven't you gotten this far just because of it?
Yep. And he's going to resent me for it, for having it just because I was born with the name. Even though I wasn't raised with the family, I get the benefit of the name without putting any work.
And that is all he's ever known.
So
But there's other things that you have to worry about. He has gone through time, but he has been altered. His general Queen of Thorns has added to this corruption.
His general has added to the corruption.
Yes.
The
The
druid.
war of gods, the thing that you have known a little about. The other factor that has led you to the problem at your little house of ravens.
That's the druid, the one that's attacking the towns.
Yeah.
Yes. Cascade. We'll say she was charming once. Very fun, one would say.
Shit, even Sai liked her, okay? So right now, there's probably no hope of redeeming him while she's still in play. Her corruption needs to be removed before we can attempt to.
Do not jump into how corruption works as quickly as you think. You see, I said, she was a druid. She had much influence of nature, the land. But to come to the Dread Realm is very poisonous. It is an intake one can only maintain so long. You see, she made sacrifice, and that sacrifice is what poisoned her.
What sacrifice did she make?
The vampire lord King Azerian was ready to conquer any world. Wherever he would go, he would always be the conqueror. Cascade knew that. She knew that this is a being that cannot be simply stopped. Where he was brought to when the war was going on, the champions of the soul for silk earlier, he was one chosen. And in the realm that he was brought to, he had already begun conquering all the human kingdoms in a place called the Garden of Gaia. He had become the new king. He had even built a new Greyheim. Cascade saw this conquerorship and knew that others had very certain loyalties. She is of the people, although she is druid. But in her horrible past that she had survivor syndrome, she knew it was her time. She brought him back to his cage. Here.
Oh. And then he likely turned his ire on her for that.
Oh, yes.
Trying not to play with character knowledge.
Oh, it's right there now. And we're bringing it up. It's now all fully canon.
So she brought him here while he was in the Garden of Gaia, is in the other world where the God War is.
It is where your Raven Queen, to the little birds, grew in her power into this interlude web of events that has transpired between us all. And now their gods with my gods are trying to survive a collision of realms
What do you mean a
brought on by
collision?
an accident.
What do you mean a collision of realms?
Old gods from where the Raven Queen had gotten her power stole our goddess of magic in our realm. The Raven Queen is the liberator. However, she was not without her own personal interest. She knew there would be power left on the battlefield to aid Silk, she would benefit from the spoils of war. But the old god of evil in the other world, his pull on our goddess of magic, also inadvertently pulled our realms closer.
Is it possible to free our realm from the Dread Realm?
It is already a process that works by its greater evolution of your magic circle in your basement.
So my vision for the future has hope. We just need to get there.
Yes.
And I need to protect the rest of the towns long enough for those circles to be activated. And that's why they want me to go north to Fang's Keep, because Fang's Keep will likely be a wall upon which he crashes.
Fang's Keep has a long history of surviving the unstoppable.
So how do we pull the realm out? We pull Alanis out of the Dread Realm. Azerian's no longer the Dread Lord because there's no Dread Realm. But he's still a vampire lord, and he's still a conqueror. How do we get him out of his curse? Can we make him a nobleman? We can make him a nobleman. We can get him the respect and admiration and honor he needs. And that should ideally satisfy him in the long run.
Now that you have knowledge, my child, it is always a possibility. Azerian is cerebral. He will do many things as long as he feels he is on top. Once, before he was pulled, he had become a great emperor. He had united the lands. He had made great things. This land is tied to your bloodline, and your bloodline alone. There is only one that was important, but when she became a goddess, that bloodline went away. So now it is Greystoke or is chaos.
Knowledge is powerful, but also raises so many more questions. What to do with the knowledge we have? Azerian obviously can be reasoned with, but he's corrupted by his druid, who's corrupted by her sacrifice.
I must agree. We should take care of her, destroy her.
Is there a way to send her back, or would that be a bad thing?
If you have magic power enough for banishment, she is not of this natural plane.
Right. I don't think that would undo her curse, but that would get rid of her, wouldn't it?
She is not held by the land. She is held by Azerian.
And if Azerian wants to keep her, nothing we do will get rid of her if the Dread Realm wants her to stay.
That it depends on level of deportation of our druid. But you have many pieces of chess characters on your board, Lord Greystoke, that have fundamentally different ways of bending magic.
Yeah.
But they all have parts that are coming with consequences, which is what your debate always shall lie to. But it has the effects that you need when it comes to the end game. And remember, you cannot stop the worlds colliding. You're only preserving people and traditions.
As long as people and traditions are protected, that's fine. The land can be reshaped, the people can't be replaced.
It is why you're a Greystoke. There are many volumes of your people, and you have more time to read them.
I have about a day left before I have to leave, and I think I need to take this opportunity while I'm here to try and gain the favor of as many other deities as possible while I'm here. As much as I'd like to learn about my family and their exploits. I've heard the stories growing up, but I don't think
Greystoke was always my favorite.
I was named after him, obviously. Perhaps you could get me your favorite volume about him. I could read it when I rest tonight.
Very good. And the little birds? Is there anything else that I've given you lore? Is there someone you need to know? I know you, Balin, like to know people.
Perhaps Balin could have a contact in Fangskeep.
No society of Osa there. They don't take well to spies.
Okay. Remember not to drop that name there then.
Well, I mean, I could always just say I'm a noble person. People
Right.
seem to forget that part.
Yep. That's important.
Do you have any more info on Lance of the Sacred Sister? You said her name was Lance?
Oh, Lace.
Lace, sorry.
Lace is with us.
Yeah. Lace was one of the original. Lace was one of the original Sacred Sisters.
I love you had to go back to the voice.
Yeah. She is what has started many stories. In truth, you should have a word with her while you can get the source from the original.
I guess I'll just talk to her.
I will give you a name that should help your party. Peregrine knows very well of the people there, but High Sister Valentina Ford, she is a priestess of Cross. She should be willing to help.
What am I going to need to do to convince the Fangers of who I am? They're not going to take the word of the elves, from what we understand.
You're right. But I believe they have been spying on your city. I think they know something is about.
Every so often, spies are a good thing. Then
Not good spies.
I was like, Balin's
Not-
pretty good at it.
I didn't say Balin was bad at it. What I meant was being spied on isn't a bad thing. Sorry, Balin.
Speaking of information, I want to make sure I get some right. Steph, I think I
Ben.
gave you wrong. I gave you some wrong information. The 3 temples are Ares, Ra, and Tyr. And Cross has a military temple that he kind of serves. And I'm sorry, Valentina is a priestess of Ra.
So many things to cross out in my notes.
Yeah, I had it here, and I was looking at something I put in one way or another when I was crossing, but I want to make sure I'm looking at things correctly.
Black Knight's other page.
So
Yeah.
Cross isn't the temple, but he has a following.
Yeah, it's not like they're more part of the military, and to help him to make it more clear, I'll give you her, but he'll also give you brother Reese Ford. He is the high priest of Cross there. Lio knows that he is a black hand. He's the black hand of the chaplain.
That sounds intimidating.
What's a black hand of the chaplain mean?
It's a very blah, blah, blah. It is, well, you say, more fanatical zealot of Cross. No offense.
None taken. There are many different ways to look at protection.
Is there anything else anyone else wants to know?
I was just going to say the same. Peregrine, any questions?
I do not have any at this time that I cannot come back and ask.
Well, we're leaving in a day.
Okay. Well, that guys will park up. We will wrap it up now. We need I'll get a date here. Calendar.
Easter's the 5th. I don't care. I'd play on Easter.
I will most likely be busy on Easter.
Yeah.
No, the world just crashed. Oh my God, it fell down.
Gosh.
Oh, it's gone. We have no world. Cataclysm happened.
It's all done. Everything's in here. All right, I'll look at my eyes. Okay, I think the 19th to the 26th. So I'm looking at you mostly, Lee. You're muted. You're muted, Lee.
I'm checking.
Oh, okay.
I got to find out which. There are 2 Sundays in any month that I have per GM gigs on Sundays, and as I found out tonight, doing that and coming here is very difficult if we start at 7. So
Yeah.
See what days I have them, and I have a convention in April also. So I'm trying to take a look and see where I'm out.
But do the best I can.
April 2026.